Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to 3Y TV. And tonight, we're here at the Lady in Black, Darlington, South Carolina, for the weekend Woodsmen Throwback 213 in the OSCA Weekend Woodsman series. And tonight we'll have Peeler joining late, and we have Bayuk in the booth right now, and along, of course, with us Vic and Carlos as well. But Matthew, Throwback night here tonight should be a fun one here.
Probably one of the best nights of the year in any season, aside from, of course, opening night and champion night. As much as the drivers get to go out there and show off what they got, so do the guys in the paint booths. And looking through some of them tonight, man, I love the way some of these paints look on these Gen 6 race cars. Some of these things are really sharp looking.
Yeah, we'll go through some of the fun ones here tonight, and once we get qualifying underway, which will be starting shortly in about 20 seconds or so, 15 seconds. But yeah, so tonight, was it 75 lap features? 78 lap features. Top 4 will invert from half number 1 to half number 2. And man, it seems like tonight these cars are going to be a handful for these drivers out here. And I think a lot of Darlington stripes are in a lot of these drivers' features.
Yeah, Darlington's always, the driver's track of all driver's tracks. But it's like even more so than usual tonight. I have talked to quite a few drivers and teams at this point. For the most part, it drives like a brick, and that's always tough because you're always going to have to deal with having to keep it straight coming off the corner. You're carrying so much speed and there's so little traction, and it's pushing. So just a lot of forces acting against you and a lot of horsepower, not a whole lot of control.
It's always been said about Darlington, you have to drive the racetrack. You can't as much drive the other cars to make these passes. It's something I think that's easier said than done, Matthew. Do you think we're gonna see people stick to that discipline here tonight?
I think absolutely. And with the way we're formatting the restarts tonight, we're doing old school with that too. Single file restarts. Lap cars down on the inside will make it interesting, but it's definitely going to put a whole lot more emphasis on track position, more so than usual. And instead of restarts, racing each other, diving down into turn 1 and hoping you don't get murdered, it's going to be a lot of who can drive the track the best and who can get a good shot out of turn 2 on that restart and make a run.
Yeah, I think this old school restarts are going to be kind of fun here tonight. Something a little different, kind of a full-on throwback. Which the only thing we were talking about this pre-race with Vic is it would be kind of cool if we could do the no pit stop rule, or no pit road speeding limit rule, so you can just go in and fly. And hey,
wow, Adam,
Peeler, how'd your draft go?
I just made my first pick because someone decided to put the car in a ditch, so we had to wait on him to get towed out.
Oh my goodness!
I was seeing if
Wow.
y'all made picks yet or where y'all were at, because I have no idea.
Oh, we should be able to make some picks here. Vic, who is first up?
First up is me, obviously. I mean, like.
Oh, right.
Come on, I'm picking people that are going to finish. It is. I am most important. I am most important, so therefore, yeah. So my pick for last place in half one, it's going to be something a little bit below the belt, but I'm going to do it anyway, and I'm going to pick Rashid Coles.
Oh, all right.
Who's next?
Up next is Adam Peeler.
Give me some Cameron Rich. Gotta make them up. Y'all have fun. This is brought to you by Sugar Moon. I'm gonna go back to my completely unorganized fantasy draft. I will be back as soon as I can. Love y'all.
All right. Yeah, have fun. We love you too, Adam.
I know.
And up next is Goody.
All right, there is that scheme that you're talking about. That's a good one for Ty McIntosh. Thinking something else there. But with my pick, I'm going to go, I liked how he's running in practice. He's doing decent on the speed charts right now. I'm going to go with the 95 of Gavin Hibbs.
That's a good one. But I have to say, I'm pretty excited you left out my boy Joe Francis, who's currently sitting on the pole.
Yeah. Old barbecue chips up on top of the
Barbecue
leaderboard right now.
chips.
Yeah.
So Carlos, who you got then?
Points leader.
Yeah.
Using up Braxton early in the season. That is a move.
Oh, very fancy there. I like it. I like it a lot. So you got about 51 seconds to go here in qualifying. There you see DJ Weeks in his old Red Farmer throwback. That's a pretty awesome looking car there as well. We'll go through the who's doing what throwback here once we get through the drivers starting lineup here in just a few moments. But and any paint scheme catch in your eye that has your jaw drop to the floor?
My jaw dropped to the floor.
Oh.
Yeah, the 6 is super interesting.
Yeah, yep. That is awesome. What race does he say what race that's from?
Yeah, it's from
95. Is that Talladega wreck that was really bad?
Yeah, it is from Talladega. Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm old enough to remember that race.
The explanation for it is 1995 Trans-South Financial 400. He wrecked on lap 27 on a restart, which collected Michael Waltrip. And yeah, it is. Michael Waltrip and Rusty Wallace were collected, and they went back out with it all taped up and everything for 130 more laps.
Oh heck yeah!
There you go.
And he had the side-by-side pictures on his Twitter. It was pretty spot on. But we'll go through the starting lineup of the Weekend Woodsman Series 213, and again on the pole is going to be in the 25 of Joe Francis, and he's throwing back to 1986 Tim Richmond, and on the outside of him, I'm going to get the car shown. Did you get that car shown? Okay. There it is, and alongside of him in the number 7 Team Watson Racing Ford Fusion is going to be Ray Bracey. He's thrown it back to 1993 Alan Kulwicki.
All right, starting. I don't see 3rd quite yet, so I'm going to hold off. Starting in the 4th spot and the number.
Pushers. I like that. And he's got the cat instead of the owl. That's pretty cool. I do like that a lot.
Yeah, starting 4th is the number 97 of DJ Weeks and his 1972 Red Farmer throwback. That worked out nicely. There he is.
Perfect.
The number 29, 1968 Bobby Allison throwback, Cameron Rich.
I do like that a lot. And starting in the next row, here's a couple of good ones. In that number 8 is Braxton DeWeese, and he's kicking it back to 1975 Dale Earnhardt, the Intimidator himself. One of those early schemes there for him. And alongside him in the number 96 South Shore Racing Chevrolet is Adam Tepe, throwing it back to 2006 Tony Raines.
And in the 7th position, in the number 12, 1984 Neil Bonnet throwback, Damian Leininger. To his outside is Ryan Lutz. And the number 36 and a 20.
That's Lutz's things. He painted both those cars.
10 Mike Bliss throwback for Ryan Lutz.
I love that Mike Bliss with Kim Kardashian. That's funny. But in the 9th spot, in the number 1 Shift Esports Ford, is going to be Nick Indelicato, kicking it back to 2011 Jamie McMurray. And alongside him, is he on that track? Yeah, there he is. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't see him. I'm watching him on my own screen, so that was weird. It's going to be the number 13 Nurse Aviator Racing Chevrolet of Dylan Thomas, throwing it back to the 1999 Dick Trickle. I think those are normally Nation Rent colors, but I like the Sugar Moon twist there. That's pretty cool.
Starting 11th in row 6 is Ty McIntosh and his number 89 1961 Joe Lee Johnson throwback. To his outside, one of my favorites on track today, Gavin Hibbs in the 95, a 2012 Scott Speed throwback. That thing, can't miss that.
Yeah, that is pretty sharp. And another sharp car starting in the 13th position is the number 45 RK Motorsports Chevrolet of Darren Staff. He's kicking it back to 2006 Kyle Petty. And maybe my favorite, doing it for my mama, doing it for the brand. And that number 99 Shift Esports Ford is going to be Gilberto Javier Gomera in the 2000 Jeff Burton throwback.
Couple more fun ones here.
What? Well, she also makes meals for the military. No big deal.
All right, starting 15th is Zachary Rogers in the 00 car. 2009 David Rudiman throwback, and this is one of the three neon yellow cars in the field. This one, a number 43 2010 AJ Allmendinger throwback driven by James Watson.
All right, I like it. And in the in the 17th position is the number 91 of Cooper Johnson, the South Shore Racing Chevrolet, kicking it to the old school 2002 R&D Evernham Motorsports Dick Trickle car, like that. And alongside him in the number 32 Do Good Motorsports Chevrolet is Dustin Dewar, throwing it back to 1993 Jimmy Horton going over the fence at Talladega.
Next up is Dave Carpenter, the number 71 2009 Andy Lally throwback. I'm not really sure what's going on back here with the grid, but next up is supposed to be Kynan Jones and the 73. That is a 2012 David Rudiman throwback, and if you look at that Burger King logo on the hood, it says Whitkin Woodsmen. That is extremely well done.
Yeah, I like that. And going back to the 21st position in the number 15 RK Motorsports Chevrolet is Dallas Myhan, throwing it back to 2007 Paul Menard. And alongside him in the number 82, what team is he? Rack Racing, there we go, is Vincent Isabella, kicking it back to 2010 Scott Speed.
All right, next up is David Westergreen in the number 9 car in a 2006 Casey Kane throwback. Then we have probably one of the favorites today, Zach Evans in the number 6 1995 Mark Martin throwback. That is definitely the most creative.
Yeah, like he's making phone calls. He knows his scheme's pretty. Here's another great one in the I'm busy, no big deal. In the 25th position in the number 66 Do Good Motorsports Chevrolet is Neil Rutt III, throwing it back to throwing it back.
Yeah, that's 66 and 30 both got ULs.
Oh, that's what's
not enough laps of practice for each of them.
Oh, that's probably not a bad idea with the way this car's going to handle. But anyway, he's in the back of the field right now. He's in the 2006 Jeff Green throwback, and alongside him in 26th, well, not anymore, is the 21 of Thomas Capuano for Rack Racing in the 1964 Marvin Panch throwback.
Now it's Alex Graich starting 27th in his number 14 Chevrolet. It's a 1987 AJ Foyt throwback. And then you've got the number 3. I think it's the minimum practice thing. I guess I'll go with Shane anyways. He'll be bringing up the. It says Shane on the thing.
It'll be back in a few weeks.
Yay.
He is in a 2002 Jeff Green throwback. Another Jeff Green throwback.
Yeah, I like it. And here's another Uncle Paulie throwback here in the number 27 of Nathaniel Cherry.
That thing.
Yeah, that is beautiful. For Nurse Aviator Racing, kicking it back to Paul Menard from 2012. And then, well, ignore me on the list there. But in the 31st position is Jordan Tarbell in the number 39 Do Good Motorsports Chevrolet, kicking it back to 2012 Ryan Newman.
Bringing up the rear of an amazing field of race cars, lots of really excellent work done by our painters, is Rasheed Coles in the number 54 in a 2003 Todd Badine throwback. Awesome field of paint schemes here.
We're going green this time.
And we're going green. Joe Francis, this is old school here. Tim Richmond, Alan Kowicki on the front row here. Gotta love to see it with.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah. And then right behind, it's like you got different generations of cars here, because you got right behind him, you got the 60s birds of for Cameron Rich and Bobby Ellison and DJ Weeks. Yeah. Yep, that's me. Yep. You wouldn't want to see me out there. I attempted to make practice laps. I thought my car was going to be invisible as I usually join not as a driver, but everyone can see me. But here we go. Everyone's going to see this start. Joe Francis is going to lead him to the green flag. Brave man Barney's going to be waving the green flag. And here we go. Kicking off half number 1, 78 laps, top 4 invert. Joe Francis is going to lead him down into turn number 1.
See how everybody gonna have to really be careful working through here.
Yeah, it seems like I think even if you're by yourself, you got to really be careful to keep this car from going cockeyed on you. See how everyone? Oh, Lutz gets a little loose up on top of the screen there. That pink car.
So far, so good. Looking at a little bit of possible 3 wide deeper. That's Dylan Thomas on the very, very bottom. The only guy peeking below that dashed white line. We've made it through lap 1 without any disasters.
Yeah, and I think Carlos is saying the high side. He's telling people to run the high side, and Bracy made it work on that top side. Takes over the lead of Joe Francis, and the old pusher scheme. Pushers? Is that how you say it? Pushers?
Pushers?
Pushers? Yeah, it works. He's gonna be leading the field. He's pulling away on Joe Francis right now.
Yeah, this is a car that Ray Bracy said in our preseason little interview that when we talked to all the drivers and teams, he said this was a car that suited him. It was something that was going to work out for him. Oh, we've got a problem. Ty McIntosh swinging to the outside wall. That's going to be big. Everybody piling in.
Oh, boy. Everyone in the back. I see the standings jumbling up. And it's not going to take much. Not a lot of room here at Darlington.
It's kind of it was off the right front of Ryan Lutz, but it's kind of a little bit more difficult than you might think as far as where you're placing fault there.
Take a look at the 3 wide TV replay.
Oh wow!
It happens. It happens so fast too that it just. Oh boy, guys just piling in. Some guys did an amazing job to get through.
Oh, man, Cooper Johnson's gonna have a little bit of damage, but oh my God, did he do an incredible job saving that race car.
Did you see my pick? He did not look good, Gavin Hibbs.
No, Gavin Hibbs, that stinks.
Yeah.
It was finally a good week for Gavin Hibbs. He was saying he's finally had some good luck, but man, just right back to it for him.
Yep, back to the bad luck. And hey, that Mark Martin car, I don't know if he got any damage. He woed up pretty quick, but his car's damaged already to begin with.
Yeah, Cooper Johnson and Gilberto did excellent jobs kind of sliding their way through that one.
Oh, Shane disappeared and missed everybody.
I think Dusty might have had a moment. Oh no. Oh no, the 2 Paul Menard cars collided.
Oh no.
He missed it.
That's Paul on Paul Love, man. You don't hate on that. Oh, just getting through. Here's a look on Zach Evans' already destroyed machine even before he got damaged. I think he got woed up in time. Look at this, just sliding. Oh, he might have got a little contact there with Ty McIntosh. And I think that's what we're going to see, especially if we get cautions right away after a restart. It's just going to be calamity with how narrow this racing surface is.
Well,
is this the Paul and Paul crime here?
Oh yeah, it's after. Just list of cars on pit road. Obviously, Ty McIntosh, Gavin Hibbs with the most significant damage. Darren Staff with it's right here.
Oh, right there. Oh.
Darren Staff's got some damage, minimal damage on the Dave Carpenter machine, a little bit for Zach Evans, mostly precautionary for him. Zach Rogers and Kynan Jones are pretty banged up. Also, Dallas Myhan still on pit road. A lot of cars already fixing damage here, and that wasn't even like a product of just Darlington being all jumbled up. That looked weird. Like Ty kind of hit the brakes to go into the corner, and I don't know if Lutz missed it or wasn't ready for that, or just was taking a different line. It was a weird one.
Yeah, it was weird. I'm hearing Ryan Lutz ruled at fault for the incident. Vic officially calling that one, but yeah, it just looked like it was an awkward spot, and there's really it's so hard to get. Oh, we get an interview in here too. We get aerial view. Okay. I see we have Gavin Hibbs and Ty McIntosh. We'll try to get to him if we can. Oh man.
I mean, Lutz doesn't really move. Ty does kind of come down, but it's also kind of time to start making the corner, you know. So it's not really.
Yeah, it's a tough call to make. I think.
Maybe if it was that very moment where Lutz was going to arc in, you know, if they got lucky and Ty maybe decided to arc in 20 feet later, it wouldn't have happened. I mean, it's really hard to
judge. Yeah.
It's a really, really, really blurry spot.
Oh boy.
There's two reasons the 36 got called at fault for it, but by the way, it was the fact that he was carrying way more speed than the 89 into the corner as if he just like was going to run through him regardless. Plus, he's on probation, so not really helping his case.
Fair enough.
There you go. There's the two factors in that one.
All right. I think the
Can't argue with that too much.
lights are off, 1 to green, and again, single file restarts. Lap cars will start on the inside, but is there any lap down cars even out there right now? Maybe kinda Jones. He's being scored 1 lap down. Well, how many of them are on track?
Got him good.
Oh, there you go. Got him good.
Yeah.
So if we get opportunity, if those two guys in the interview waiting can hear us, we'll try to get to you at some point here, but we'll get the restart going. Got 7 laps complete of 78. There you see Kinda Jones bring it up to the inside. Yeah. Yeah, Ty, hold on a little bit longer.
Only 3 cars remaining on pit road. Zach Rogers, Ty McIntosh, Gavin Hibbs. Everybody else has made repairs.
Okay, so everyone else is on track now. And his car doesn't look too bad there, so maybe he can get the lucky dog green flag back out for lap number 8 of 78 here in half number 1.
And it's so fun to watch it. I mean, single file is obviously a lot less action-packed. But, like, I don't know. It's just, there's so much nostalgia there. I didn't really grow up watching NASCAR. Like, I don't know. I was still, like, 8 years old maybe when they started doing double file. But, like, just watching old races, it just looks so different. It's charming.
See, see those cars snaking off and kind of trying to get out of the way. He knows he's the only car a lap down, so he'll be able to get his lap back later. I can't remember the year they started going to double file restarts. I was thinking about that today.
I want to say 08 or 09, because I do remember seeing some car of tomorrow single file restarts for sure.
Yeah,
The wall. Oh, Dustin Dewar got up in the wall. He is spinning. It looks like as long as he keeps it up
caution.
there,
Everyone's gonna. Oh, Terrible came close.
He got into the corner a little bit hot. Oh, he got in really hot, drifted all the way up into the wall, made some contact with Alex Kenton as he came back down, and that was it. It could have been a lot worse. Maybe
one thing he.
All right, did you say Alex Kenton?
No, I definitely didn't say Alex. Totally said Alex Grates.
Wow.
Totally didn't mess up his name.
I didn't even catch that.
Vic did. Race Control did.
Yeah, Race Control. Ooh, Dusty, yep, a little hot in the corner, right in front of Grates, and around he went. But you know what? You know what he didn't do, Vic? If you caught this, he didn't go over the fence like Jimmy Horton did in 1993. So at least he's got that going for him. I like it. And unfortunately, that paint scheme was probably made to crash there, but hey, now it looks more like Jimmy Horton's, so he can buffer out. Yeah, let's get Ty McIntosh, kind of where that whole first wreck happened. And Ty, what was kind of your perspective of that? What happened to cause that first caution?
No room, no respect. That's about it. I figure I'm cutting brakes. I figure that's what we're all gonna do. It's Darlington. It's a long race. Apparently, that's not what the 36 had in his mind. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's the thing where Darlington's always been known. You gotta almost race the track before you race other cars, and it looked like up in the booth here, a tough one to call, but of course, Race Control, they called it like it pretty much as you saw it there, and maybe a little too early for these shenanigans, huh?
I mean, I was comfortable settling in. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I literally woke up from a 45-minute nap about 10 minutes before the race on accident. Wasn't gonna qualify. Felt actually pretty comfortable. I was kind of impressed with myself, and then I just got ran over. I mean, I'm not really surprised. He's got his roof number on backwards, and he's driving a Kim Kardashian car, so I don't know.
hey, all's fair there, but probably I don't know if are you gonna be able to get back out there here for the rest of half number 1.
Oh yeah, no, the right rear on the car is angled to the left. The fronts are supposed to do that, but not the rears. So yeah, we unfortunately are done.
are done. So you're gonna have to come from probably around here in the 30th position, half number 2. What do you kind of expecting?
I mean, I'm probably going to give more room than the 36 did, but I think it's just going to be a matter of trying to keep the tires underneath me, keep the car underneath me, and avoiding the shenanigans. Which obviously it's not been too great so far. We've had a couple of yellows, so I'm really just going to look and see how long people can stay out on tires before everything gets rough, and just try to map out a strategy to get this 89 back to the front. Hopefully, end it with a top 5 like we did last week.
Yeah, hopefully we can get back up there, and in half number 2 we'll be watching out for you. And any shoutouts you want to give before we let you get ready for half number 2?
Sugarmoon Creations, as always. Farler Dirt. Adam's not here. Sorry, boss. The car's dead. We'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be waiting and watching. Best of luck to you in half number 2.
Appreciate it.
You bet. We'll get Gavin Hibbs up here as well.
Hibbies.
Hibby. There we got Gavin Hibbs. And Gavin, man, I picked you, buddy. It looked like you had a fast hot rod out there tonight, and unfortunately got caught up in that early shenanigans here. What was your perspective of that wreck?
I didn't really get a perspective of the wreck until I was right there on Ty, but yeah, I thought we had a good shot to maybe win this half tonight. You know, just messed up the qualifying, got on the wall, so lap got invalidated. Was looking like it was going to start in the top 4, but
Going green this time.
that's what I get for you know, messing up qualifying so bad. It's been the story of my season in terms of qualifying, but you know, that's what happens. Qualify terribly, you get to deal with lots of shenanigans right in front of you. So
All right, yeah. Hey, that's sometimes being in that mid pack is where the hornet's nest is, and got caught up in that. We're gonna get ready to go to green, but before we do, call your shot in half number 2, and any shoutouts you want to give.
yeah, I want to obviously thank Duck Press Media Solutions, Seth for all the design.
Oh. You got a
Awesome.
sponsor mention in there.
He did. Gavin? We're gonna get ready to go. We're gonna get ready to go green flag. As green flag's out for Ray Bracey, and unfortunately for Gavin. Oh, there's a wreck. Shane D. Mantova's around.
Damian Leininger, while that happened, Damian Leininger had a very slow restart, and they all stacked up behind the man in the 5th position.
Man, I don't know if it was a coordinating effect there, but Westergreen and Shane getting the worst end of it here. Seeing how this restart formed up. Oh, ooh, too much beans on the restart. Shane hit the outside wall hard.
You hate to see the beans, man.
Indelicato dropping position. What happened to Indelicato? Yeah, he's someone's on the radio. Is there a reason?
Oh, he and Lutz got together. Lutz. Wow.
Oh.
So Lutz bounced off the wall and bounced into him and kind of sent the one car sliding into the corner.
Ooh, and then a little payback.
Oh, and then I don't know if there's it looked kind of like a double helping.
It could have been. Man, oh man. But so Indelicato drops back all the way back in the 14th position. Ryan Lutz still moving up. He's up 2 spots up into the 6th position. But here's how about this? Braxton DeWeese, the boy.
The boy.
In the 2nd spot, right where Carlos predicted him. Gotta love it. Some of the other, Vincent Isabella up 11 spots. I mean, benefit maybe of some of the wrecks going early on, but up 11 spots in the 11th position. Alex Greats up 12 and 15th, and Nathaniel Cherry up 13 spots in 16th position. So some movers and shakers going on. Some of it from collateral damage, and some of these guys are charging towards the front.
The 36 car is starting to drop back a little bit. There's quite a few dings in that thing at this point. I see at the same time the DJ Weeks clawing his way back up. Started 4th, fell back up to 6th right now.
18 laps in, 78 laps of half number 1, and And I don't want to jinx this, but these guys are giving and taking so far here. You gotta love to see it too. Some of these guys trying to charge their way, like DJ Weeks getting back up there as well. Dylan Thomas trying to work around Lutz, who was moving up, but I don't know if he had too much damage from that contact with Indelicato, but he's dropping back a couple spots.
It is smooth sailing for that top 5 after the aforementioned Indelicato and Lutz incident. It is over a second. Oh, we have issues. Oh,
Turbo! Oh!
Cut back.
Too much bean. You get on that throttle, I think. Snap it just snaps on you, and that Tarble, he's probably gonna have to get a tow. A little bit too much damage, but don't let no.
Cole's going about 50 miles per hour off the pace on the front stretch. What's going on here?
Yeah, I think he was getting lapped there as well. Or no, that was. I'm looking at the wrong car. He's almost about to go a lap down, I believe.
The top
Pretty
5
quick.
are over a second and a half up on the rest of the field. And man, so far it's been all Ray Bracey, but here comes Braxton DeWeese slowly closing in on him.
I was just gonna say, it looked like he's lurking. He's getting there. He's ever so. I was gonna look, see what the speeds. He's about. Oh yeah, he's over a tenth and a half faster last time by than Ray Bracey. So, and we didn't really talk about it. Darlington was always kind of known for being abrasive on these tires, and it's an older tire model here. So I'm assuming that managing these tires is going to be pretty huge here tonight.
Yeah, we're already seeing that evident. Ray Bracey obviously very fast today, but I want to say Braxton DeWeese got a little bit more long run practice in. Cameron Rich right now currently lapping just about as fast as those top 2. It's actually Joe Francis falling off a little bit. Damian Leininger is falling off a little bit. DJ Weeks is making great time, and last time by the fastest man on track was actually Vincent Isabella. He was the only driver in the 30.4 bracket.
Man, he's up 14 spots now. He's moved well into the top 10, into that 8th position. So he's on the charge right now. He's looking to hunt down that Dick Trickle throwback from Dylan Thomas. See if he can hunt him down. And I got to ask you, Matthew, what year were you born in?
2001.
Okay, so definitely.
Yeah, I was born, I want to say like a week after that Daytona 500.
Are you the spirit of Dale Sr. then?
I knew it. I didn't want to say. I was born a week after Dale Earnhardt had his accident, so I just said the Daytona 500.
So but, you're the reincarnation of Dale Earnhardt then. That's what you're telling me.
You can see the air.
Yeah, slightly overweight college student who talks over digital race cars. That is the reincarnation of.
Yeah. Did we just become best friends?
Maybe.
Maybe. But ooh, here we got Cameron Rich on the charge, hunting down Joe Francis. A little bit of damage. I think we're gonna see a lot of that tonight. Carlos will be on the old Madden prompter there to see if we can see the Darlington stripes that go on. That'd be cool if iRacing had that, where you left the stripes on the wall, because I'm sure there's a lot of them here tonight.
Yeah, Cameron. oh, we're good. Neil Rudd slapped the wall trying to go around Zach Evans. He's okay. It's a good bit of damage, but he did not wreck it. Starting to see a lot of these guys really struggle. The tires are falling off. Right rears are burning off because I'm getting into the corner. Nick Indelicato has caught Ryan Lutz, by the way. I don't really have any predictions as to how this pass is going to go, but he is there.
He's there. There could be a little. Oh man, Lutz's car looks. Yes. That's exactly what I was thinking.
See, yeah. I don't know if that left rear might match the right rear here in a little bit. I'm not really sure.
We'll see if Nick Indelicato is going to play nicely. Looks on the inside, looking. Ooh, he's going to push him in the corner. So maybe he's using your reincarnation energy there, giving the Dale Earnhardt Intimidator button. All right. Oh! What the? That was weird. I don't think the contact that Indelicato made caused that wreck, did it?
Oh, you know what? It did. And you know what, actually? Looking at the speed, I think that might actually, Going into the corner, Nick might have been trying to get to him. In the middle of the corner, Nick gets back on the gas as Ryan Lutz actually lets off to get it to rotate. And
yep.
like I'm looking at their speeds. Nick speeds up, Lutz slows down, and that contact does send the 36 for a slide.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Wow. Oh, we're doing old school style. All
Just to
right.
keep everybody updated, cars are coming on pit road. A lot of them might be sticking around for repairs.
That could be a factor, and I did lose the timing and scoring. Is that because of your primary feed there? Okay. Right there was that contact, and just kicked his car out a little bit, and yeah, snapped it, and damage to both cars.
Yeah, that right side is real sensitive. I'm not really sure. I mean, I think we know Lutz is all but done for this first half. He'll probably get it back out there. And what was that?
Yeah, what was that F1 car?
What just popped up on
The
the
one
screen?
car. The one car is at fault for this.
He got knocked with it. Yeah, I mean, hey, he ran into him.
Yep.
You could tell that whole lap. He was definitely, at the very least, trying to scare him. And
Earlier in the race, but right now getting a couple laps led.
I don't know about this one.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. I heard him asking Vic for something. How does he? Can you update us, Vic? What does he ask
Yeah,
for?
the 32 was asking if he pits late, can he get the black flag for it cleared? He will. I will clear it.
So here we're seeing a throwback move in the throwback night. That's the old Dave Marcus strategy, the old Independence Day, for the independent guys like Dave Marcus, JD McDuffie back in those days. They would try to stay on the racetrack under caution, lead a lap, get him a bonus point until he gets a few laps in. There we go. He's gone. As Bracey's going to lead him to the green flag once again. Restart here on lap number 32. Once they cross the line, we are green flag racing. And good jumps for Bracey as
They both
he
sped.
pulls away. They both sped. Ooh.
That is big. Two of our top contenders in this one.
And they're not maybe as far back as they would have been.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Took CD Lamb.
Ooh.
As a
Bold
Cowboys
move.
fan, it might be a little bit biased, but it was pick 8, and pretty much all the other top guys were gone.
Yeah, and I hear that I was actually just reading something about people still take running backs early, but they said you got to take wide receivers, and if you think that Cowboys offense is going to be hot.
I think at the very least, CeeDee Lamb's going to be hot. I mean, even when Cooper Rush was in, he was like the second or third wide receiver in fantasy football. It doesn't matter who's throwing to him.
Yeah, and I think, too, you got Trey Lance there as a backup. And I don't think he's a bust yet. I don't know why that's...
No.
I don't know why that's just going... Because I get why the 49ers gave up on him, but...
I love talking football. I'll talk with you all night, but we've got a battle for the lead.
Oh, we got a battle for... Oh, man.
Luis is hounding
right
7
there.
car.
Oh, man, he's putting the Intimidator button there with his 1975.
I have to wonder how these guys are going to hold up in that longer run. They have put on a blitzing pace to start this one off. 2.5 out in front of Damian and over 2 seconds out in front of the rest of the field.
Yeah, and this battle here could bode well for Damian.
Braxton's got to be really careful. I think you're going to see him peek his nose down there a lot, but not actually do anything. He's definitely going to be scaring him.
Yeah, and for Ray, he's got to try to drive his line the best he can, but not cut down in front of that nose. It's just a tricky corners here to get through. Right now, they're doing a pretty good job, and man, he is right there.
Man, Braxton gets in there deeper. He gets closer to the wall, got up to his bumper. I think Braxton drives this track more aggressively, and Ray Bracey doing a fantastic job. He's led a ton of laps so far. It's been a lot. I mean, I think he's led just about all the laps so far. He's doing a great job. But it looks like Braxton Luis goes an extra 5% in terms of how far you can push it. And that could come back to bite him, but right now, man, he is the fastest car on the track.
He is looking fast, looking good, and man, that cat should be looking a little bit more nervous.
Right there, there's that 5% right there. He gets a little bit high, allows him to get that good run off, and he's at the quarter panel.
He's at fresh, he might need a fresh pair of underwear.
Ooh, Bracy slid a little bit. He's still hanging tough there on that bottom. He's going to have to back out or he's going to turn.
Oh, man, but touch there. Oh my goodness, Braxton DeWeese not able to get it done yet, but Ray Bracy will hold on to that lead. Holy mackerel.
So here it goes again. Braxton DeWeese about a quarter lane higher. He's going to get a better arc off and a better run off. Both of them sliding up the corner.
Yep, wiggled just a little bit. Bracy, I wonder if he's just going to calm down a little bit, recalibrate that run he's going to have here. We'll see what he gets on the corner exit, but man, oh man, those two cars all but made contact just a few moments ago. There's me find Zach Evans in 13th, up 11 spots.
Both of those laps, or that last lap, running nose to tail like that, sliding around, they still gapped the field by a 10th.
Wow, so they're still they got this track and car combination definitely figured out. And look at James Watson. Oh, he's messing with the Uncle Paul there. He's messing with the Paul Menard bros.
Braxton DeWeese is just about clear for the lead.
Oh, see if he can get down. He does. New leader, Braxton DeWeese.
Oh man, Ray Bracy, huge mistake. He slid into the corner, got in there too hot, and he definitely got himself a big old Darlington stripe on the right side of that thing.
See if that's going to affect his pace that he's set, even though Braxton right now looks better. Bracy still had some pretty good speed in that car. Oh man. Oh.
That's a lot of Darlington stripe.
Yeah,
wow.
You see the side of his car has a pretty good Darlington stripe on his right side. But Braxton DeWeese, I think, yeah, he's checking out. His car looks clean. He looks fast right now. 44 laps complete here in half number one.
See another battle brewing very quickly. Dylan Thomas is starting to really put the pressure on DJ Weeks for 4th. And it's not a battle, but Gilberto Javier Gomera doing a tremendous job here. Started 14th. He's had a pretty quiet day so far. He's running 8th. And Nathaniel Cherry continues that climb from 29th up to 10th so far.
Yeah, he's having a good run. I'm kind of surprised we kind of almost plateaued as Vincent Isabella. I think he restarted in 6th. He's dropped back into that 7th spot behind Cooper Johnson. But it might be a few more laps before we see that 82 car once again kind of turn on the wick and charge towards the front here.
And maybe give it another couple laps here, but that 10th spot is getting ready to change hands. Cameron Rich
to
11th, and Nathaniel Cherry is beginning to struggle. That 29 car is as smooth and sound as ever. He restarted 22nd. He's up to 11th. Joe Francis, the progress has not been as quick, and that doesn't surprise me. Cameron Rich is better at being, I don't know how to put it, cutthroat and clean, if that makes sense, able to make the quick and decisive moves. Joe Francis has always been as clean as you possibly can be and methodical. He's not making his way up the field as fast, but, you know, he's definitely not going to put any damage on that 25 car.
Yeah, he's always been Cameron Rich. I think we've seen that week in, week out, how he can. It looks like you wonder how he can keep the handle on the race car, and he certainly does, as he does move into the 10th position now. Oh, Menard Graham, what? Oh no, that's terrible. But yeah, somewhere out there on a lake. Oh, Rasheed Cole's going down pit road.
Trying to go down pit road.
Darren, what happened to Darren? Oh yeah. So, similar to the American flag paint scheme. Also, he was just getting out of the way of the leaders. He'll rejoin the racetrack. But right now, Ray Bracy's slowly pulling away. Oh,
Ray Bracy.
Oh man.
I was going to say Damian Leininger catching both of these guys as expected. Both Ray Bracy and Braxton DeWeese went super hard on that short run. Damian set back there and kind of let them get out there. It looks like he is going to get very close to serious contact with the 7 car.
Oh, they're not giving way.
Yes, Ray Bracy's hanging on.
Man, it seemed like
he's gonna hang on to it, up into traffic. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. And how about this? Dylan Thomas now in 2nd spot.
Braxton DeWeese is gone.
Braxton DeWeese is in a... How?
What on earth was that?
I think We got to get an underwear sponsor here because there was a couple drivers there that needed some new underwear. Oh my goodness, Bracy falling back to 6th, Damien back into the 4th position, but
how are they only 4th and 6th?
Right, they should be almost on a hook right now, man. Oh man. But Dylan Thomas coming out like a
like a bandit, man. I mean,
he's up to 2nd. DJ Weeks, those 2 cars were battling earlier. Now they're fighting for 2nd and 3rd, but see if Damien can kind of get back in that rhythm. You were just talking about how he was just saving his stuff. That car still looks relatively clean between that contact with him and Bracy. But with Bracy, I was gonna say the way he was kind of hitting the wall after he lost that lead and that contact with the wall when he did lose that lead. I wonder if that's kind of maybe changing the handling of his race car and kind of compounding his troubles right now.
Yeah, possibly. It doesn't get much better, and he's got a couple of guys all over him, but Cameron Rich, I know I've said his name a lot, sitting there in 9th. The only cars in front of him are this big gaggle here, and we've still got about 26 laps left in this first half. It has been a wonderful race so far. Lots of green flag running, lots of action, lots of really high-intensity moments. Darlington's probably one of the only tracks where I can be just as entertained watching 2 cars follow each other as they are side by side. But do you think fuel might be an issue here?
Ooh, I never asked what the fuel run would be, but man, when were they last on pit road?
Looks like lap 30.
Ooh, Bracy! Oh!
You hate to see it.
You hate to see it for Bracy. Had such a good run going. He's still in that 9th position, but man, that car definitely is not as good of shape as when he was out front leading this event. He's gonna have to try to hang out for 25 more laps, but if they can make it the rest of the way.
That's a big if.
Darren Stavu, it looked like he had a moment. He's sitting in that 10th spot with Nick Indelicato hunting down. He's gonna get in the top 10 there for Indelicato.
Pretty severe damage on that one car from both incidents with Lutz. Still come away with a good finish, but that's just kind of been the story for that one car. He hasn't been quite as hot as he was last season. 7th in points is not bad, but it's a slow start for that one car.
I was just going to talk about guys we really haven't mentioned much about, but Joe Francis worked his way up to the 13th position.
Kind of started to put the jets on. He's starting to really pass some cars, and I believe green flag pit stops have begun. David Westergreen came down pit road and serviced his race car.
So is Alex Grates. I think we're showing going down pit road, but the other guy I wanted to mention too, quick, is Cooper Johnson in fifth position, up 12 spots, quietly getting into the top 5 here.
Man, Cooper Johnson told me there was no way he wins this thing, but you know what? Braxton DeWeese is out there, but those rear tires are shot. He's bleeding about 2/10 a lap to Dylan Thomas, and, well, quite frankly, that entire gaggle of cars right behind Dylan Thomas.
And I think the big factor for a lot of these guys, even if you're Thomas, Weeks, Leininger, or Johnson, getting on and off pit road here at Darlington can be so tricky. So even though, I mean, he still has a little over a 1.5 second lead, almost second or 3/4 of a second lead. If DeWeese messes up pit road, these guys can strike and end up coming out the pits ahead of him.
Yeah, and this doesn't shock me. This little squadron of cars all were guys that sat even further back on that restart than Damian Leininger. They're starting to reap the benefits of those fresher tires. I mean, I can visibly see the distance shrinking every time they come off turn 4. 1.76 was the gap last time. This time 1.57, 2.5 tenths that time around.
Yeah, and it's currently still dropping under the live timing and scoring, so they're definitely coming in a hurry. So I wonder if we're going to see that 8 car on pit road sooner rather than later, as now they got to deal with lap traffic as well from these guys coming on and off pit road. You see Thomas Capuano in the 20th position. He gets off pit road. A Tiny Lund car, that's a pretty cool one too. But his number's the wrong way too, Carlos. That's like a local short track thing to have the numbers facing the crowd instead of the press box.
Oh my goodness, guys! 3 more tenths for Dylan Thomas that time. I know we're talking about the throwbacks, but at this rate, it's only going to be 5 or 6 laps before he's caught Braxton DeWeese.
Yeah, he's coming. I still got to wonder, that 8 car has got to come down pit road pretty quick.
Damian and Weeks battling.
It's a battle for the 3rd position right now. Damien, I thought he might have lost the handle there. It looked like he got his car a little upset.
Another 3 times knocked off that lead.
I was just looking at Zach's car. I thought he had damage. Forgot he had the damaged throwback there. That thing is so awesome.
And you know all this. Sorry, go ahead. I thought you were done with your thought. Go ahead.
Oh, I just said Damien's moved into 3rd. Got around DJ. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness. Braxton DeWeese trying to keep his pace up, also having to worry about Dave Carpenter unlapping himself. He does, but Braxton DeWeese lost a ton of time there.
Wow, and Dylan Thomas is there, half a second back.
Dave Carpenter shot around the outside and totally ruined Braxton's run through 3 and 4, but Dylan Thomas has been gaining so fast anyways, it was inevitable. If I'm Braxton DeWeese, I'm coming down pit road now if they've got to come to pit road. He's bleeding time. At the very least, he can undercut. He's good on the short runs. I would not wait, and here he comes. He's on his way down pit road.
And so is DJ Weeks right behind him as well. And yeah, I was going to wonder if DJ does it. Looks like he was taking a wide arc there, but yeah, that's why I was kind of wondering with these guys, you know, it's Carpenter too. They're so much faster on these fresher tires that I'm kind of surprised. That
I would have been sooner if I were Braxton. Yeah. When he had the 1.5 second, 2 second gap, I mean, he is the fastest car on the short run. He was even faster than Ray. Who did?
Capuano, black flag.
That's not the only flag.
Too.
So he's had 2 black flags during a 1 pit cycle. So he went and served, went to serve 1 and got another while serving it.
Oh, that's always a heartbreaker there.
Insult to injury for iRacing to do that.
Yep.
Dylan.
Oh, cherry in the wall.
Probably like Quinn Houff or something.
Dylan Thomas, Cooper Johnson on pit road.
I kind of remember that too. Most leaders cycling through. Damien Leinemann stays out. Nathaniel Cherry, Dustin Dewar kind of joins Damien down pit road.
Now it's Nathaniel Cherry, the last man out on the track, and Dustin Dewar as well. We'll see if either of them. Definitely hoping for a caution. Definitely hoping for a caution.
Yep, they're losing a lot of time, these guys with fresh tires. One of them right there, I think, kind of boxed in. There's that Vincent. Yeah. Yep, Vincent blocked in, currently in 13th position, trying to unlap himself.
Put a neck hood contact there. Cameron Rich.
Wow.
And Braxton DeWeese has just come out of pit road with a huge gap over the closing Dylan Thomas. But yeah, I don't know. When did Cameron Rich pit? Em had to have been a big short pit.
Yeah. That could be enough here with the way the tires are falling off there. That's.
Yeah, Carlos, you are right. And the way the tires are falling off, and you know, Cameron Rich didn't have to go through that lap traffic. He pitted before he got to him.
Yeah, and that's why I think it would have been more beneficial to pit earlier for a lot of these guys to not deal with this. With now you have the Nathaniel Cherry, Dustin Dewar having a battle with these guys. I think Neil Rutt's in 3rd, but he's about 19 seconds back.
So DJ Weeks and Dylan Thomas are in the top 5, but really far off. I don't think they're quicker than Braxton on this short run, but Cameron Rich closed up a 10th last time. We are set up for a spectacular finish here. Cameron Rich has been charging through the field from 22nd, under green, up to 2nd, and Braxton DeWeese having to get through lap traffic there. We're going to see if he can run down Braxton DeWeese. So far, still closing about a 10th a lap.
Cherry's pitting.
Wow. So getting on and off pit road, that's a huge difference there. Dustin Dewar just trying to hang on now is the only car that's staying out on the racetrack right now with 12 laps to go. For Dewar, just hoping for a caution, but I think with enough guys unlapping themselves, I don't know, unless he can try to stretch it, but Braxton DeWeese is closing in on that 32 car pretty quick.
Braxton DeWeese is also closing in on more lap traffic. It's really killing here. Kynan Jones and David Westergreen. And the problem is, as you pass more lap cars, they get harder to pass because they start getting better.
Yeah. They get a little bit better every time, a little bit quicker every time you pass a lap of traffic. And there you see Luis working on David Westergreen there, trying to work his way back up to the lead, which should cycle through once we see that 32 car of Dustin Dewar head down pit road. Only 10 laps to go, and Dewar, ooh, he's having a rough time with those old tires.
I expect David Westergreen to... Well, I think he wanted to drop out of the way for Cameron. I don't think he wants to be in Cameron Rich's way, but he is. Oh my God, Cameron Rich. Oh, maybe an inch or two. Maybe an inch or two between him. Oh, he's driving the heck out of that thing, man. He's pushing. He's
got out if he wants to catch the 8 car, which I think once that lead cycles through, as Dustin Dewar is on pit road at just any moment now. Oh, get the right gap there. Oh, he's coming. He is coming. Oh, lost a little bit there with that.
Yeah, that lap traffic hurt Cameron Rich there.
But let's see if Kynan's going to hurt Braxton Deweese here. Ooh, he's going to try to make quick work, and he does. But is that going to hurt Cameron Rich? It depends on where he catches him here.
Yeah, if he can catch him in a good spot. This is about the same spot he caught Westergreen. He caught David as he was trying to go off into turn 1. This isn't going to be good. He's going to catch him right as they're hitting this apex here.
And that's just going to close that buffer here.
Really hoping old Land Shark here doesn't put up too much of a fight. It looks like, yep he definitely put off big time there. And we got more lap traffic. Dustin Dewar, actually that's Dustin Dewar just coming off pit road on fresh tires in front of Braxton Deweese. And Gavin Hibbs in that mangled race car, I'm sure he's going to jump out of the way immediately.
Let's see if Dewar,
both of them going low.
Get going low, but we'll see what Dewar with the freshest tires, if he, I don't know if he fully got up to speed after coming on pit road, but he's going to let these leaders fight. As there's about 7/10 of a difference between Braxton Deweese. Oh, Cameron gets a little squirrely off the corner there. Didn't lose too much time.
He's on that limit. They're both definitely on that limit.
Yeah, they got to know that. And I think one lap car either. But if one of these guys hits a lap car wrong, that could either lengthen or close that gap. Let's see if Deweese can make quick work here of Rashid Coles in that 54 car. Looks like he will. This, I think, once again, might just hurt. And it's not like these drivers not getting out of the way. It's just Cameron Rich hitting this lap traffic at kind of inopportune times. Ooh, Coles gets right off the racetrack.
That time Cameron Rich did close. And looks like Braxton Deweese, oh man, he's going to catch this 14 at a terrible time. It ruins Braxton's corner exit. Cameron Rich carrying a ton of speed off the corner. He's going to be at his bumper when we hit this corner. Caution! Oh man, come on.
And that changes everything.
No,
oh no!
Steve.
Oh no, he's already up pit road.
That was shaping up to be one of those Darlington finishes.
Oh no. Oh, gets right in front of Damien. And spun out. Oh, right back onto the track, but I think everyone stays off.
Oh, we could still have a fantastic finish, but I kind of feel robbed.
Yeah, that was going to be good.
You know, long green flag run, pit cycle, Cameron Rich driving through the field. But hey, they're still the top 2 cars. Now, this is interesting. What do you do as far as pit stops, huh? Do you even consider it?
Do they even have a set to go?
Oh, you know what? They might not even have a set. You're right. You know who this helps, though? Do you think DJ Weeks was pushing as hard as they were?
Ooh.
Also helps out Dylan Thomas. We saw how good Dylan Thomas was on the older tires. Now it's the single file restarts, so they're going to have very little time to go do something, but DJ Weeks and Dylan Thomas are very fast. They have been very fast, and now they are caught up.
Yeah, this could definitely change everything. And what we haven't seen, if these guys can't come down pit road, again, we do have the single file restarts. That's going to be a factor there. But if they have to restart on these older tires, are they going to be able to keep? Who wrangles the car? Who's going to keep it straight? Like that's going to be a big factor here on this. If they cannot come down pit road, if they do not have a set of tires.
Did you mention the lap cars?
We did. There could potentially be some lap cars, but if it's the old rules with under 5 to go, they start, or under 10 to go, I believe they start in the back of the pack.
Vic, what are we doing, Vic?
Whatever iRacing wants it.
I believe if it's under 5 or 10 laps to go, I can't remember the number. They start at the tail end of the field.
For what it's worth, there shouldn't be many people that would start on the inside line anyway.
It looks like it'll be Dustin Dewar, Tom Capuano, Rashid Coles, Gavin Hibbs, and I don't think anybody else is on track after that. Everybody else that was a lap down obviously has received that lap back.
And I'm going to say that's what, I can't remember what iRacing does for, because iRacing came out with the double file restarts well after NASCAR did, but I think that was the rule back in the day. We're about to find out, though. So I think they didn't want, say Dusty, if he was a buddy of Cameron Rich, to hold up the leader and cause shenanigans. I think that was the spirit of the rule. With under 5 laps to go. Oh. Yeah. Or what is it? Or was it like on Family Guy when if Irish people never invented beer, or Kurt found out what beer was? They had the futuristic town, and then
my fantasy football draft has concluded, everybody.
Ooh. What's the sleeper pick you got? Oh, go ahead. I was gonna ask Matthew what his sleeper pick was, but I think you got to go ahead here, Carlos. Oh.
Okay, this is good. Yeah.
So what do we have now? What do you predict we're gonna see after this restart? It's gonna be on old tires here too. Is it Elmo on fire, maybe?
You have anything for us, Carlos, by chance?
Yeah.
Yeah, Carlos.
He's digging. He's going through the Rolodex there, seeing if he can find something. What's the world gonna be like now that we have this restart? Do you have anything for us then?
Yeah, man.
What we're living in now?
What you got?
Oh, okay. I thought maybe Elmo burning or something, but could be.
Elmo just on fire.
On fire.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Here we go. Green white checkered attempt number 1 of 2. Braxton DeWeese kind of took over this thing when Ray Bracey's race went down the drain, and it's Cameron Rich coming back from a pit road speeding penalty to challenge.
And we'll see what these guys can do on the tires as they get going green. Looks like
some guys towards the back take freshness.
He did, and then Cameron Rich.
And we're not going green.
Oh.
9 cars got spun from.
Oh.
At least I think he got spun. It looked like I couldn't tell.
I think he just
done.
What?
Oh, he shifted. He
hit the banana peel.
He downshifted and he
jackered.
He jackered it. Oh no.
Does anybody have access to the text chat? Because I don't know if I should repeat that, but Cameron Rich did sum it up pretty good.
Basically what Carlos said. It's basically what you said happened with that caution.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Dusty got us big time with that word, man.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Oh, here we go.
We'll say teased. I think Matthew used that word. Yeah, teased.
Yeah.
Teased.
I mean, they were both balling out there, man. I was all blue with sadness. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, that will happen. But hey, we'll see what this blue car of Braxton DeWeese can do on the restart, as now it should be going this time. Barney's got the green flag in the air. Green flag's back out. Everyone's staying pretty smooth. Oh, a couple of cars hitting the wall in the back of the pack.
I see spins.
Wrecking, no caution. Trying to get going.
They're good right now.
Good right now.
Going.
With 2 laps to go, does Cameron Rich have anything for Braxton DeWeese? Cooper Johnson trying to work his way up past Damian Leininger.
Cameron Rich drove it indeed. He got a really high arc. He's going to get a bid run off here.
Oh boy, 1 more lap to go. Does Cameron Rich have enough here to make the move? He might be able to get to him, but will he be able to get around him?
Oh, Braxton's hit
the wall.
Cameron can't go by, though. He's stuck behind him here. He's going to have one more shot.
Oh boy, 1 more lap to go. Final time in 3 and 4. Oh, they're wrecking on the back. Cooper Johnson, top 5 run gone wrong here. He's going to drop back outside of the top 10. Him and Damien lost a lot of spots.
Cameron's got to run up the corner. He bobbled. It's not going to be enough. Braxton's going to get it.
Braxton DeWeese wins half number 1 of the weekend of Woodsman's Throwback 213. Cameron Rich 2nd, DJ Weeks 3rd, Dylan Thomas 4th, and Vincent Isabella rounds out your top 5. And how about Ray Bracey coming back to finish 6th after his troubles on the green flag run? Joe Francis 7th, James Watson 8th, Damian Leininger 9th, and kind of uneventful, eventful 10th place for Nick Indelicato.
He's one of those guys that took tires and he restarted 17th. And I guess 10th is all you can ask for after that.
Yeah, and the way his race was going, I think that probably worked out in a wash, finishing in the 10th spot. But Braxton DeWeese, you said he, although Carlos, we got to give you crap now because you said he was going to finish 2nd. He won.
Yeah, you were wrong. You were wrong.
You were wrong. You should feel terrible about that. So now, top 4 cars are going to invert here for half number 2.
Now what do you do, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Who's picking first? Vic?
Oh,
man, we need some hardware upgrades.
But you know what's going to be interesting here, though, is that Dylan Thomas, who seemed to have a pretty fast car, he was up in 2nd spot
on that long, especially
on the long run, and now he's going to start on the pole here for half number 2. Kind of feel pretty good about that.
Adam.
Hey,
how'd your drift go, man?
This is like the most absolute crap fest strategy draft ever.
Did you do no RB?
No, I got RB.
Okay, well that's not the worst then.
Who was your first pick?
Let's see. My first pick was BJ Robinson.
Where'd you pick from?
7th.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
We're looking pretty good. We're about halfway through because they're not any way organized by any means of the words, but we're getting there.
You got any sleepers?
Nah, we're only 7 rounds in, so we ain't got there yet.
Sorry, Vic. I know what you're going to say.
Speaking of picks, Goody, you go first here, bud.
Oh man, yeah, it's
you mean Vic's the guy that's picking last? And yeah, I guess you did pick Gavin, didn't you?
Yeah, I got Gavin. It didn't go well. But man, I'm liking the way this pole sitter for half number 2 is run. I'm going with Dylan Thomas.
Man, that was gonna be my thing. I was gonna come in here, I was gonna pick my driver, and I was gonna bounce out.
Making picks and.
I go second. Shockingly, if you finish behind me, that's depressing.
That's not good.
Just sad.
So, you know, I didn't come into this half knowing who I was gonna pick. So, I think I'm just gonna pick the person that like is probably going to crash, and that's the 73.
Well,
all right,
kind of jealous. All right,
little land shark disrespect.
Ooh.
And up next, obviously, is Matt.
Obviously, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey. Vincent Isabella.
I like that pick too. That's a sexy pick.
Is it now? All right.
Healer, you're up.
Yeah.
Give me some DJ Weeks.
All right.
You can't.
I can't. Give me Braxton DeWeese then.
Okay. You got it.
Carlos.
You got it.
Kidding me? He was already the points leader.
Yeah.
Wow, that was
wow.
Well, I'm watching, boys, and I'm sorry I can't be there. I'm gonna go back to my absolutely cluster of drafts. Y'all have a good night. I'll be watching.
All right. Hey, worst case, we'll see you next week.
Oh yeah, I'll be here. Don't worry about it.
Heck yeah.
We were supposed to do it on our phones, and they decided a week before they wanted to do it live, so it kind of screwed.
Doing it old school style now, huh?
But it'll be all right. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right. Have a good one.
See you, man.
You bet. Next week, we head to Michigan, the wide open plains, the Irish hills of Michigan. So we'll
man,
get
these
Adam
cars
Keeler back.
in Michigan.
That should be. I think that'd be fun. Yeah, there's not many Fords in the field. That might be.
I can tell you, it's Team Watson and Shift Esports are the only two Ford teams. And then.
Like Braxton also runs a Ford.
Yeah, Braxton does. I think he's like a satellite of one of those. I forgot. He's his own thing, but he works with them.
Should we pull him up?
Nah, I mean, just get him at the end. Just get him at the end.
Okay, we'll get him at the end. Is that a burnout by Capiano there? Yeah. Getting that old, was it Marvin Panch 1964 scheme, a little burnout there. There'll be your guy on the pole here for half number 2. Currently not. Yeah, it's been. I've liked the racing we've seen. We've seen Calamity. We've seen about a little bit of everything here so far tonight.
I'm always gonna think. You know what I'm gonna say. I'm just. Man. Old tires, long green flag run. It was coming down to it. One was catching the other. Man.
I'm gonna have to have a talking with Dusty after this race here tonight.
You're gonna have to go. Yeah. Let him know.
What you doing?
He's gonna rewatch this and he's gonna feel terrible listening to us constantly complain about that caution.
We'll bring it up weeks from now.
We will.
We'll
be talking about it every week. That one time, he'll never live it down.
Well, I don't know if he's gonna live it down as much as Johnny Eckert's spin off the grid at Atlanta but
that is a meme. That will never ever die.
No, that's gonna be an OSCA lore for the rest of all of history. Yes. So we're getting down with the final seconds of warm. Why is the warm up still going on? It's like 8 seconds past it, or is that? What am I seeing? What is happening? Oh, there we go.
Names.
Okay, so there's.
Well, I guess I'll talk about them later when we go through our starting lineup. Just skimming through it. I mean.
Yeah. There you see the starting lineup and the top 4 invert. Ray Bracey back up there in 6th. We'll see what he can do a little bit farther back instead of starting on the outside of the front row.
See,
Dallas Mayan in 11th.
I was gonna say, man, yeah, Dallas had a good half there. Adam Tepe is one of note here. He started 6th and ran pretty well in that first half. Just had an unfortunate accident, relegated him to 16th. And as we get further back here, man, check out Shane Dimantova, Ty McIntosh, Zach Rogers, and Mike Goodwin Jr. Those are 4 guys that were going to be running pretty well in that. Well, Shane started 28th. I'm sure he would have ran better. I'll say Lutz instead. Yeah, Lutz, McIntosh, and Rogers all qualified top 15, and they were out of this thing by lap 30.
I do want to note that actually the 30, 36, 39, and 82 are not on the grid right now. They're not in the session. No, Steve.
That's cheating.
He doesn't.
That's cheating.
And also, it's cheating if you pick somebody that isn't here to finish last. So, if they don't show up for half 2, then there's no point picking them. Like I could easily pick the 39. I know he ain't returning. He's not feeling well. So, but I went for somebody that I don't know about Shane. I don't know what's going on with him.
He might have been on the crapper. Never know. Hey, it's a thing. But hey, we're using all this grid time here. I think we're getting close to green flags. If they're not here shortly, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So the most interesting
and there will
to
be
me
2
is
pace laps. So
is Ryan Lutz even in the session, or did he?
No,
leave?
he's disconnected.
All right then.
All right,
the 82's not in here, Matt.
What?
You picked him. The 82's not even in here.
Do I pick somebody else, or
we give him another?
Give me another pick. Thomas is gone. Weeks is gone. Rich is gone. There's the whole top. Who in the top 4 didn't get picked? I picked him first half. Shoot, man. You know what? Give me Damian Leininger.
Okay.
I'm regretting that. I'm regretting that big time now. I'm having massive regrets. Not because I doubt his ability here, but I probably should have saved him for a short track. But I don't know. Most people aren't really making friends.
They're all doing their damnedest right now. Oh boy. But yeah, we got two pace laps before we go back to green flag racing, and these two guys that are in the front row, I think they had very interesting half number ones. We talked about them battling for those positions, but I think they were kind of sneakily there. They weren't up there with the Damian Leiningers, the Cameron Riches, the Ray Bracey's and Braxton DeWeese's up front for a majority of that, but they were making some heavy noise, and now they're gonna have clean racetrack. And it seems like their racing style here tonight is maybe a little bit smoother than some of the other guys, so that could bode well with this track or starting positions here for half number 2.
Especially DJ Weeks. I feel like for somebody who started in the top 5, ran top 5, and finished in the top 5, we didn't really mention his name at all. Like, I don't know, maybe in passing, but he could really make something happen here. He's obviously going to have to contend with Dylan Thomas, who appears to have had the edge. And Dylan Thomas, just real quick to note on him, man, he was looking like he was going to take the lead there. If Braxton waited another 2 laps on that green flag run, it was going to go to Dylan Thomas as far as the lead goes. So that 13 car, man, starting first is huge. You can hold these guys up and then take off on the long run if he conserves his tires well.
Yeah, we'll see. Note is that the track temp has dropped about 12, maybe 13 degrees since half two started. So
it's going to be a little slick to start, but once they get heat in the tires, they'll be flying.
Yeah, we'll see how they start here as green flag's out. Ooh, they're already a little slick here. Once they get on the throttle, Dylan Thomas is going to take that lead. And how about Cameron Rich? Man, he is picking up where he left off on the charge towards the front. He's going to try to get to the lead here early. Right now, it's Dylan Thomas holding the top spot.
It's a big restart from Cameron Rich already. All right.
Coles is out. We stay green. And everyone's trying to get shuffled into place single file for the most part here. Take a look at the replay. Coles, just kind of a weird angle into the corner.
Man, Neil Rupp plus 3 spots on that first lap.
Wow. Working his way up towards the front, hopefully has a better run. Maybe the lower track temp, maybe favoring some of these drivers here in half number 2. We'll see who the comers and goers are here.
Licato and Leininger were plus 2, as was Darren Staff on that first lap.
Alex Grates up 3 spots as well.
And Dylan Thomas, well, this time he seems to be checking out. This time maybe he likes what he saw from Braxton. He is definitely putting the gap on Cameron Rich, but if I had to guess, Cameron Rich is probably not pushing as hard.
See, I'm wondering, that Peeler's not here in the booth and, enjoying his fantasy draft. Braxton DeWeese in the wall early in the going here. Man, he had a clean car most of half number 1.
He kissed it. It was a
just give me a kiss. Oh, Bracey, yeah.
She was that. When did he get it? Off of 4. Oh yeah, he pancaked it pretty good.
And you got to wonder if these cars, how much differently they handle in traffic compared to out front. As we've seen kind of Dylan Thomas, we've seen Ray Bracey, Braxton DeWeese all kind of take those leads on the short runs, but once they get back in traffic, sometimes you can struggle a little bit, and Bracey maybe showing that now, still holding on to that 6th spot right now.
Yeah, these things seem to be pretty tanky as far as handling damage. I mean, Ray Bracey, he made a lot of contact of varying degrees, and even he didn't finish 6th last half by just luck. Like, he still ran comfortably inside the top 10. These things seem to be able to take some. Oh my God! Oh man! You thought sideways. You should have seen Damian Leinemann behind him.
Oh boy!
Oh wow!
And those two had that moment in half number 1, almost repeated it here in half number 2.
Oh, Bracy! He had to lift off big time to avoid hitting the wall, and Damian almost turned him with the closing rate. Damian's going to be able to get by him, though.
Damian does get around for that 6th position. Ray Bracy back in the 7th spot. We're on board right now. Darren Staff, you see how much he has to saw that wheel coming out of the corner just to keep that car going straight. Man, but he looks like he's up on the wheel maybe a little bit more. There's no waving. Oh! My hand. Yep, my hand hit the wall. And he's gonna PP right on by old Paul Menard. There's a lot of peace there. Oh, side by side.
And Delicato and my hand got the wall. They're both fine.
My hand seems to get back in that rhythm and trying to stay ahead of teammate Darren Staff there. You nervous, Carlos?
Oh my Lord, Dallas!
And he
Oh, with how hard, with how hard Dallas, with how hard Dallas is charging in these corners, that confidence definitely could be. And who's the special guest? Is it a cat?
Yeah. No, his girlfriend or wife there. Yeah, I did see it was in the fridge. I don't know. Someone in the background shot there for Dallas Mahan. Trying to hold off Darren Staff for that 10th position right now, chasing the other neon car out in the field, or one of the other neon cars out in the field of James Watson, holding on to that 9th spot right now.
The entire top 6 last time by. Dustin Dewar's on pit road, severe damage to the left side of his race car. The entire top 6 ran within like half a tenth of each other in terms of lap time last time by, and I have to imagine with them all running the same pace, who is burning up their tires quicker. I think maybe we see the beginning of it as Dylan Thomas 0.2 slower than both Rich, DeWeese, Weeks. Everybody's pretty even. Oh, Neil Rutt on the backstretch. Oh, heavy damage to the 66 car. He got in the wall off of turn 2, spun down to the inside, pancaked it off the inside wall, kept it straight.
And he's going down pit road.
Yeah, big damage on the 66 car.
See him, 3-wide TV replay. Ooh, hits it hard.
Hits it even harder.
Oh my goodness. And
Tough break.
Yeah, he was having a good run flying through the field there. Maybe got a little too comfortable, as that lady in black will always jump up and bite you there. As she did, and will probably again for one of these other lucky drivers out in the field.
Looks great, moving under Gilberto Javier Gomera. Gilberto.
Yeah, got that damage on the right side. Oh!
I was going to say, it looked like Gilberto kind of checked up and let him go, but they got close. They're good, though.
Yeah, they're good, and Zach Evans is on the charge right now, too, up, trying to go up another spot here in the 13th position, taking a look. Oh, he's going old school throwback line there.
Be a little too low. He's going to lose one to Cooper.
Cooper, man, yeah, didn't really talk about it much, but in the 5th position with on the white flag lap, losing a lot of track position in that last lap wreck.
Darren
Cooper
Staff
up 4 spots.
Scraped the wall off of 4. He's okay, no visible damage. These guys are really on edge this time around now.
Yes, they are not. I think I don't know if it is. Maybe after half one, everyone. It seemed like most cars hit the wall at least once, maybe twice.
Probably keep the Jaws thing.
Yeah.
Not every lap, but slowly but surely, Cameron Rich is starting to chip away at Dylan Thomas.
Oh yeah.
Starting to reel him in.
Almost 0.3 of a second lead right now. So that's chiseled away about a half from last time, cut in half last time we talked about that lead.
Cooper Johnson is setting. Oh no.
Oh, great. Oh, Gilberto kills it too. That was touching. There was just a lot of stuff going on there. Dude, the other one, I might be biased. That 99 car looks good. That 99 looking real good. These are my two favorites in that vote we're going to probably have here.
Cameron Rich has caught Dylan Thomas. He's going to have a big off turn 4 here. He might take a look under him. I'm not sure if he's close enough, but he is on his bumper.
Oh, he is there. He's looking on the roof cam here of Cameron Rich. Yep, he's putting the shark fin. Jaws is out. I think it's early in the run. He could maybe be a little patient, but he is there waiting to pounce.
He's taking better care of his tires. He can sit behind Dylan Thomas. He will have fresher tires from here on out as long as he doesn't burn them up. No reason to rush it here. 60 laps left in this one still.
Is he just waiting for Dylan to slip up and get that run off the corner?
Yeah, I think so. Dylan Thomas has looked a little bit more uneasy. Definitely waiting for a mistake out of Dylan. Dylan's been pretty good, though. I mean, he's made a couple slip-ups here, but he's definitely still looking pretty steady up. I guess some big movers here.
Gavin Hibbs started in the back, up 11 spots.
Zach Rogers. Oh, my God! I almost jinxed him. I said his name, and he almost got tagged.
No caution, and oh, man, Nathaniel Cherry. Oh, that Pulmonar car looks pretty rough on the right side.
I spoke Zach's name, and look how close he got to being head on to the outside wall.
Oh.
Anyways,
yeah.
Okay, I need to shut up. Zach looks great. It's almost wrecked right in front of him.
Whew. Ty McIntosh again involved in an early wreck in half number 1, up 11 spots in the 19th position. Oh, Darren Staff, yep, in the wall. Cooper Johnson looking to strike.
Now they're both very slow off that corner. Well,
decided to wait.
Like you said, is up 12. Rogers, I'm going to say his name and hold my breath at the same time. Oh, sweet almighty. It's scary right in front of him. I keep saying his name, and he keeps almost wrecking. He's up 13 spots. God, no way.
Don't do it,
Please don't do it. Please, come on. You can do it.
There we go. I think, we don't got it yet.
Boy,
we got it.
Delivered. Okay. Whoa! Cooper Johnson throwing the slider on Darren Staff. Oh my gosh, Darren Staff just cut him a break. That could have been really bad. It would have happened right in front of Gavin Hibbs again.
Oh my goodness. Gavin Hibbs probably needs a new pair of shorts once again. Trying to gets past Zach Evans, going to work on Darren Staff, depending on the exit of this corner. He might be there.
Cameron oh my gosh, Cameron Rich just bounced off the wall. He closed right up to the back bumper of Dylan Thomas on the front stretch. Rich is going to be fine, but yeah, there's a little bit of ding there. He had that in the first half.
These guys not afraid to use that Darlington stripe for their advantage. Still trucking. Cameron Rich didn't really scrub a lot of speed off with that wall contact either.
No, Cameron Rich's middle exit of turns 3 and 4 is pristine. He's able to turn down sooner, run lower, and get better runs off. That's where he's really making his money right now.
See, it's not able to strike yet, but I think still being patient. Oh!
This could be it. If he stays close and gets that run off, he might have a swing at him here off 4. He's going to go to his outside. He's making those tires work.
And he's going to do it. He's going to get the run side by side. There's lap traffic already involved here in lap 23. Dylan Thomas wisely just surrenders that lead as Cameron Rich takes over the top spot here in lap 24 and half number 2.
That was a really impressive pass on the outside.
Man, see Dylan's hanging on.
Can we get a little bit of a in-car shot of Cameron Rich through 3 and 4? I noticed the left front tire, man. Through 3 and 4 on that pass, more specifically. He had to fight that thing to hold it steady on the top. That was impressive. Sorry to make you go back and find something specific like that, but it was nice. He was really fighting this thing, especially off the corner. He was carrying tons of speed off, running a tightrope up there.
And had to finesse it, right? Oh, look at that. Oh boy. I mean, maybe a little bit more wheel turn, a little bit more throttle. Those two leaders could have been involved in a pretty scary wreck there. Like, yeah. Oh. I was gonna say Dylan Thomas held his own there for a couple laps, but Cameron Rich pulling away pretty easily there, and Dylan Thomas is gonna fall back in the clutches of Braxton DeWeese, I think, in a couple laps the way things are shaping up. DJ Weeks kind of doing his thing yet in fourth spot, just kind of holding his own. Oh man, Cherry.
We've got cars on pit road. We've got car on pit road. We've got car on pit road. Kynan Jones.
Kynan
I don't
Jones.
know. That might be early. Do they have? They could make this on one stop. Why? Uh-huh. So I'd go.
Oh no.
I start with the first digit of the second number. I go 70, half of that's 35, 8, half of that's 4. 35 plus 4 is 39.
Yeah.
That's what goes on in my head.
I was gonna go. I was gonna plus 2 to 80, and then half, and then you obviously cut the extra 4 and a half. Yeah. And then yeah.
What would Cameron Rich do? That's exactly what I do.
Oh, so
it's like if you took 355, you'd go 355, you know, for example. That's just a way of thinking it. $75? Yeah, no, you do 70 and 8. Half of 70 is 35, and then half of 8 is 4, and you do that. Yes. I'll go do some math homework with Cameron after this one. Yep, that's like our fourth time seeing that guy.
Yeah.
It's scary. Darren Staff holding on for dear life.
Darren Staff is kind of in a free-for-all. He was battling for the top 10. Oh!
Whoa! Ty McIntosh almost again getting tagged.
Oh man, him and Carpenter both had to be gasping for air after that.
There's no way. How did he get that?
Didn't Watson? So yeah, we might be in a point. There might be a 2-stop race here in half number 2. No. Because they can't make it to halfway, right? Yeah. They're almost there.
Something you really don't worry about if you're in that top 3. But if I'm Joe Francis, maybe could do something and jump some of those guys. Not sure.
Cut it a little short. Yeah, but is it enough to make up a lap? And I just had the schedule up. I'll take a look here.
We're racing next week. The only week off we have is one during the chase.
Oh, okay. So, Cameron Rich pulling away to a 2nd and 3/4 lead over Dylan Thomas. Braxton DeWeese kind of falling off. Dave Carpenter down pit roads. There's definitely mixed strategies. This could be short pitting a little bit. I still think you can make it a 1-stop if you pitted now too, couldn't you?
That's 55. I don't know, man. Maybe. Could you?
Yeah.
I could go ask. Do you think it'd be rude if I went and asked Cameron as he's trying to? I think he'd know. I'm gonna go do it.
Yeah. But he's down pit road here now. Darren Staff. came down pit road. He's going to ask somebody. We're definitely going to find this out. But this field spreads out. You got to wonder if they can potentially stretch it here. Did he say 55? Would it be 45? Yeah, it's not 55. It's 45 or 40. It's less than, or 43 or whatever it would be. Yeah, it's possible, but again, can you? Oh, Cooper Johnson and Ray Bracy almost making contact. It's Cooper Johnson, man. He's had a few moments. Dylan Thomas down pit road. He's gonna try to undercut these leaders. We see. Oh, that's gonna be huge. As he dropped a spot to Braxton DeWeese after missing pit road, and but Matthew, what'd you find out?
Based off of my research, we are getting very close. I was gonna go pop in the arcade chat. You said maybe not, so I popped in the shifts chat because I had the most people. They all said 37, 38, maybe 39. So you could cut this thing in half, but you see guys coming in sooner. I can tell you, Nick and Bill, an undercutter told me he's overcutting.
All the.
No, that's when I was down. Oh man.
Yeah, he lost the spot to Braxton DeWeese. Now they pit together, him and Braxton, Dylan, and Joe Francis all coming down pit road together. Here comes Zach Rogers and Zach Evans. The Zach's come to pit road together. No, I think he wants to play it safe, make sure he has enough fuel. Him and Nick and Licata does come down pit road.
I think 37 right now. I mean, it's still tough. 38 is the actual halfway point of the race. So, does that make Braxton DeWeese? He was third before Dylan Thomas had his mess up, wasn't he?
He was.
What's wrong with Dylan Thomas, guys? He's still sitting in his box. He hasn't moved.
Did he?
Dylan Thomas
speeding down pit road. Huge.
No.
Oh man.
Did he?
Oh.
Cameron Rich on pit road.
Cameron Rich, Gilberto, and Nick Licata on pit road. Oh, frickin' Nickety. My picks are gone to hell.
Leininger's pace has come to a crawl. Weeks and Leininger are losing loads of time staying on track right now. Leininger's coming to pit road.
So is Damien, so this should cycle the lead back to Cameron once we go around Braxton.
Yeah, here comes Braxton. Cameron did a pretty good job getting on and off pit road. Braxton's coming, but wow, it's not going to be close. Cameron Rich is way out in front of Braxton DeWeese. It's his race to lose as it stands right now.
It was, I think it's going to level out around 2.5 second lead for Cameron Rich once this cycles back around.
You know what?
Ooh.
Oh.
Nice. Looks close, man. It does look like it. Yeah, that's dangerous. Damien on and off pit road. He's going to fall outside of the top 10 with staying out on those older tires.
And I don't like it. Not because I picked him, now that I realize it, but it's just the pace dropped off so bad. I think he lost 3 or 4 seconds on those last few laps alone. Like, just compared to the pace he was running before. That's without guys running faster tire laps.
Yeah, and this gap now with he's gonna have a little bit of speed advantage, but not enough where he's gonna be back in 18th once he gets filed back in. So it's gonna be tough sledding to get him back to where he was running. Solidly in the top 10.
Dallas Myhan and Gavin Hibbs pitting a lot earlier are up to 5th and 6th. Cooper Johnson will be trailing him down. See Kynan Jones, who pitted way too early. He's going to be on a 2-stop. He's trying something different. He seems to be having a rough day. I can't blame him for trying something different.
Gotta try. Yeah, gotta swing for the fences if it's night's not going well for you. See how that works out for Kynan Jones. But yeah, I don't think that the two-stop is gonna pay off. It might. I don't know.
Joe Francis and Nick Delicato came out together. It looked like the one car was struggling. He actually waved the 25 car by, and Joe Francis has since taken off.
Yeah, just a smooth, methodical third place. This is what I think we normally expect from Joe. Just kind of quietly, also realizing he's up there in the top three.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Gavin Hibbs, though, man. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I would say 5 seconds behind the leader Cameron Rich, but yeah, Gavin Hibbs. That's talk about him a little bit here.
5th. And that's not just off strategy. That is, he was fast. He was fast in practice. Never got to show it. Got taken out immediately. What about Ty McIntosh? There's already significant damage on that car, but he's in 17th, up from 30th. That's not where he wants to be. Zach Rogers is plus 17. So far, that race car is a clean one, but he is still on the charge. He is still moving his way up the field. Zach Rogers, looking at the times, plus 18. Excuse me, I can't do math. Zach Rogers could find himself in the top 10 by the end of this thing.
Yeah, he's definitely on the charge. Super sub might be at it again here.
He's what?
Dialing down.
Oh, chasing him.
Dialing in? Is it dialing in and chasing down? I think he mixed them up. Gunning down.
Gunning him down, and I said, what? I know. Shooting him.
What?
I never heard that one, man. I was like, he just has to pass him. He doesn't have to do that. Yes, he is chasing him down, but as we saw in the last run, Cameron Rich was better on that long run. We'll see how long this lasts for Braxton. Yeah.
Yeah. I think if you're Cameron, let Braxton chew his tires up, so you have a little bit more at the end here in the late run. Let's see if that 8 car can chase him down, though. He could at least put some pressure on. I think that's maybe the only hope Braxton has, that he's still, if his car fades after he gets, chew Cameron Rich, there's still about a 5-second gap to him and to Joe Francis running in 3rd spot right now. Could be a factor why he could burn his tires up a little bit, but he was closing in, but I think he's also dropping back now.
I'm not sure what's going on with that. Sorry, go ahead.
Cat and mouse games, maybe?
I'm not sure what's going on with this one car. Hibbs is fast, but Delicato's pace has slowed significantly. He's about 3 or 4 tenths off the guys directly in front of and even behind him. He is very much dropping off the pace. Does he think he needs to save? Because he's really slow. 31.2 that time, over half a second off. Is he not good on fuel?
Wow, auto fuel. Did auto fuel bite him?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ask him.
All right, you'll be back. Well, watch these RPMs. He shuts the motor. Oh yeah, he's pushing the clutch in for sure. There is he. Yeah, he's turned off. Yeah, he's definitely trying to save. Matthew, what did we find out?
Their information. They said they all looked at me like I was stupid and said there is no auto fuel in these cars.
Or not auto fill.
Auto fill, auto fuel, either way.
Yeah.
Right. Nick said when he came off pit road, he was 2 laps short.
Oh man.
And he says now after he's. What was it? I was gonna say.
Oh boy.
We're too polite. He's after saving that little bit, he told me he is currently a lap to the good.
Oh, okay. So still trying to.
Yeah, he's still saving. He's still saving, and if Nick and Delicato's short, nobody is good enough to make it because he was I want to say one of the last, right behind Cameron Rich, a lap later to come down pit road. And maybe that's why Damien waited so long. Damien and who else waited all that time?
Damien and DJ Weeks.
And they both lost a considerable amount of time, but Gilberto too. Gilberto way back there, but Gilberto came on 39. Weeks and Leininger came on lap 40. They're not going to have to save any fuel. Everybody else, you saw in Delicato already, everybody else will have to save fuel if that's any indicator, and some might even run out.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, we've seen a lot of guys pit way before. Yeah, that lap, like around lap 31. But so I gotta ask. So they don't have the auto fill feature on these cars? No. I would have swore.
Yeah, I didn't really know.
You know what? I'm getting in my. I'm gonna get in my car right now.
No way.
And I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look. What's the button for fuel again? I don't know.
Can we cut to the goodie car? There it is.
There it is. There I am. Oh, it does not. It does not have it. Did not know that. Yeah.
Get out
Look
there.
at me.
No constant chaos.
Meh.
Oh, no.
I don't have the OSCA banner, and yeah, I probably would cause a caution getting off pit road. So we're not gonna do that. But yeah, the autofill feature not on these cars, huh?
It doesn't matter. He won't be scored. He won't be scored, so it's fine.
So that's why I just didn't want Vic to pick me, so that's fine. Because he would have had a guaranteed slam dunk.
Yeah. So they get scored ahead of Goody because Goody doesn't get scored at all.
So did I make your life a living nightmare for the
No,
points?
actually.
Oh, okay.
I do it by pen and paper. I do it the old-fashioned way.
Ah, man, you're doing like throwback. Uh-oh, did he do the old?
Got our two-stop guys coming out of pit road. I don't think that strategy is going to work for them.
This is kind of Jones here.
Caution earlier.
You're on the wrong. You're on the wrong. Ooh.
Wow, the engine went? What is that?
Wow.
That was a real-life engine failure, people.
Yeah. Man. Oh, that is a heartbreak. I've had similar experiences in plate races, but not tandem style. So that's always got to be the worst feeling when you're blown up, nowhere to go.
You know, Goody, I think one of our first plate races together, and I'm not sure if you remember this, Goody, but it was Elite Trucks, and it was Talladega, and I misjudged how long I could hold the draft. I thought for sure I could go 2 full laps. As it turned out, I could go a lap and a half. So I blew up off of turn 4, and the guy that I wanted to win and was trying to help win, and like I had him in the lead and everything, he did not go on to win the race.
Francis down.
Really?
I do kind of remember that. So this is interesting. Surrender's third spot. Gavin Hibbs down pit road as well.
Oh, Francis came to pit road on lap 36. That was pretty normal for most of the field. Oh, this is.
Do you think they just?
Kynan Jones and Nick and Delicato almost brought out the caution. Oh, they made contact. Oh my goodness. Jones was trying to get around the one car being on the fresher tires. It was right rear to left front. No damage, but definitely some soiled trousers.
Oh boy, Kynan Jones now staying on the bottom of the racetrack, trying to give these lead lap cars some room. So these guys must have knew for sure they weren't going to make it.
This isn't a terrible strategy. You're going to be able to get out there on the freshest tires, and if enough guys do it, then you can still get a good finish out of it. But man, Cameron Rich is more than likely going to be good, and Delicato says he should be good. Damian and Gilberto and DJ Weeks will probably be good. I'm not really sure how this is going to play out.
Oh boy, I mean, they at least should be able to unlap themselves, but if we get a late caution and these leaders could even pit too, they're going to be sitting ducks. It's going to be interesting. Yeah. So they'll be stuck on the old set.
Seems like a good handful of the field. Yeah, a good handful of the field. I would say Cameron Rich through Zach Evans are the guys that have really played their cards right. Zach Evans appears to be in extreme fuel saving mode.
Yeah, he's gone a lap down with only 6 cars on lead lap, with Zach Rogers just going down pit road now as well.
We've got a battle for third forming up. DJ Weeks has caught up to Nick and Delicato. And Zachary Rogers, by the way, had worked himself into the top 10. Super, super impressive. Oh my goodness, Weeks. Weeks charged it a lot harder. 2 different lines being ran here.
You know, we kind of scoffed at the DJ Weeks Damian Leininger strategy when it happened, and now 4th and 5th, looking like they're going to be able to make it the rest of the way.
Yeah, Weeks, we might, the way this is going, we might even be talking to DJ Weeks here in about 10 minutes. Who knows?
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna tear us a new one. Oh boy.
This is interesting. Now you got Westergreen here on the first tires. This is reverse lap traffic.
Yeah. And I wonder if that's gonna help or hurt. Well, let's say Braxton DeWeese, but he's fallen back a little bit. But he's trying to get around. I think. Oh, Nathaniel Cherry, he got a moment there.
He ducks way out of the way. Probably a good move for him. I'm really surprised that Gilberto pitted. Man, I thought for sure he was gonna. I mean, either way, he's running. Wait a second. How did he get that? Did he pit?
Did he pit?
He did not pit, did he?
So he's in that, must be in that extreme fuel saving mode along with Zach Evans.
Oh, Zach Evans! My goodness, he saved it. Couple of modifieds with each other. One of them's real, one of them's not an actual modified.
Right. Oh boy.
Oh, again. Come on, Zach. Keep it straight. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Keep it straight. Come on. All right, he's good.
Diving down. He's falling back into the 7th spot now. Trying to hang on here, but man, a couple moments almost bring out the caution here. 11 laps to go. Ooh, Braxton DeWeese down pit road.
You just cut to it right as it was happening. It was almost disaster. DeWeese cutting down pit road as Rogers was still on the low line, almost packed in to the rear of Braxton DeWeese. Braxton DeWeese on pit. When did DeWeese pit, man? 30. Man, that's tough.
Cameron Rich is gonna be. He's got to, I think, save a little fuel, but Nick and Delicato, DJ Weeks. He's not. Even I don't think he needs to save as much as Indelicato does. He might have to just back off these corners, and that maybe when we did see Braxton DeWeese close on Cameron Rich, if that was a factor in it, I don't know. It's going to be interesting though. But Nick Indelicato is 10 seconds back, and he could, if he's anywhere not close to being good, if he's even nervous, he still has a pretty good gap, or a pretty good amount of time to, I guess, he's not to worry about. I guess he does have DJ Weeks about a half a second behind him. But, oh man, and Damian, I wonder if, is Damian saving too? Because he's 12 seconds back.
Oh, caution!
Caution! Oh my goodness.
Zach Evans, guys.
Oh no.
Zach.
Trying to save it on those old tires and brings out the caution. Gets in the wall. Oh! Yeah. Yes, it will help them greatly.
So Cameron Rich, Nick and Delicato, DJ Weeks, Damian Leininger, and Gilberto is going to cycle out to be about 5th here. Oh my, sorry, we almost had a caution crash.
Oh boy. And Adam Tepe, the bad luck continues for him, just being an innocent bystander here. As everyone's coming down pit road here,
These
in
guys
Delicato.
can't speed. And you know what? The speeding penalties don't shock me. I was watching through Nick and Delicato's share screen the elite race. Darlington seems to be more sensitive with the speed limit on pit road. He got busted, and a lot of other guys were getting busted for speeding. Not surprising today that we've had more than usual.
Yeah, it's one of the trickier pit roads on the NASCAR circuit. So you got to make a clean in, clean out. Cameron Rich is going to be pitting well before. Damian staying out?
Maybe.
The car position, yeah.
Some of these pit signs are like right in the middle of the box. It's wonky. I don't know if I like this Damian Leininger decision. It scares me.
It's interesting. Is he coming down just to lead a lap here? Okay.
What on earth? Damian, if you screw me in the broadcaster picks, I am never going to let you hear the end of it. He missed pit road! I went back and looked. No, I just went back and looked. He missed pit road. He missed pit road under caution. Damian.
Was he trying to catch?
Yeah, he was trying to make time, and he was hauling into pit road. No, he got down there, and he almost barreled into the tire barriers and made a business decision to yank it right and live another day.
Wow. This is wacky. And how about Gavin Hibbs is going to be in second now?
So does he gain or lose? What happens to him? Okay, there are a lot of cars. Yeah, okay. He might lose a little bit here. Yay! Whoop, whoop. So what's with Gavin Hibbs being in second? Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. I don't see any pit stops from Gavin Hibbs, guys.
What?
Why is he not in the lead?
Was he that far behind Cameron Rich? What is going on?
He's on the same lap. They're all on lap 73, the top three. Man, that really sucks for Gavin. This whole point of...
Hibbs did get a waiver.
Wall. That's so weird.
Gavin. Okay.
I think the really fun part here is those lap cars that get to start on the inside. It looks like only the top 10 are on the lead lap. So it's essentially... Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's going on right now? What's with the inside lane not being... Something is not right.
Yeah, they must be... Yeah. Huh.
They're trying... Okay, then.
We'll have a restart here with our first caution. Now only 5 laps to go. Oh, they're just... Nope. He doesn't want to play into the lead. Cameron Rich on the loud pedal. Nick Indelicato now in second. See if he has anything for him. He hasn't made a lot of noise tonight. Oh!
Wow, Leininger was quick with that.
Yeah, that was almost contact. Who wrecked? Oh!
Damian!
Oh, saves it!
How did he save that car?
What the heck? That was a wheelman's job there for Damian.
Weeks is in a tight spot here.
These guys have been racing hard all night long.
One lap, I mean, and 2 laps. Thought it was a green white
Boy.
checkered.
3 laps to go here in half number 2.
This is on the wall. Damien's gonna get out of there.
That was just enough.
No.
Where did Gilberto come from? Darren's staff right behind him as well. Lap down to the hip, scored an 11th.
They're both racing for position though. It's Gavin Hibbs, the next lead lap car.
2 more laps to go.
It just doesn't look like Indelicado's got anything for Cameron Rich looking back up at the lead. Maybe a little bit less damage on that 29 car, and you know, the car's been good, but just a lot better.
Gavin Hibbs trying to work his way through some of this lap traffic, but he's having a tough time. Braxton DeWeese as well. DeWeese trying to look on the inside of Gavin Hibbs. That is a battle for the 6th spot. 1 more lap to go.
He killed it. Oh, he got it.
Hit the wall, but it doesn't seem to lose momentum. Half a second lead. Last time coming out of turn number 2.
Indelicato rides the wall. No, that's banned in this league. I forgot. I think that's banned.
Yeah, it's been real life too now, so it's all fair game.
Yourself. He's drifting. All right, it's gonna be Cameron Rich, man.
Cameron Rich coming home to win half number 2 of the weekend at Woodsmen. Throwback 213. Nick Indelicato 2nd. Damien Leininger 3rd. DJ Weeks 4th. Yeah, how about that? Gilberto rounds out your top 5. Gavin Hibbs salvages the night with the 6th. 20 spots improved. Oh,
that's against the rules. Joe
Think
Francis
about that.
7th. Cooper Johnson started 18th, finishing 8th.
He isn't real. It's real. He's rocking the old school. Was that? It was a Bobby Elson, right? Not Donnie. I don't know why I just got that confused.
Guys, was that our only caution?
Bobby Elson.
We only had one caution there, didn't
one
we?
caution here in half number 2. Cameron Rich burning them down.
Who'd you pick here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
He did.
The rich get richer, man.
How about that? Man, oh man. And for probably the 2 hottest drivers getting wins here tonight in Braxton DeWeese and Cameron Rich. Looking pretty stout here to start off the season. Coming into tonight, and I had the point standings up and I lost them. I think. Yeah, let's see the point standings coming into tonight. Cameron Rich already had almost a 21 point lead over Damien Leininger, but 5th win already. Man, oh man, Braxton DeWeese I think solidifies himself into the 2nd spot. I believe that's gonna be close with the win and a 9th. Yep. And then Leininger with a 9th and a 3rd. So yeah, so he'll move into that 2nd spot more than likely. Well, he will, because they came in tied here tonight, and we will have Damien Leininger here in for the interviews. We'll talk to him, talk about his night. A pretty solid night here for the 12 car. Solid overall night, a 9th and a 3rd place finish for you, Damien. But man, I don't think either of them came easy.
No, they didn't. I don't think either one kind of. I guess in the 2nd one maybe where we should have probably ran, but the 1st one definitely disappointed with the 9th. I think we were a top 2 or 3 car at that one, and then we had we stayed out a little bit longer, and we had an incident with Bracy that kind of set us back a lot, and then the caution with Dusty just right in front of me, and that didn't help at all either. So 1st one a little bit disappointed with. 2nd one kind of got a little bit lucky, but I guess that makes up for it.
Yeah, it seemed like a lot of luck was needed out here tonight. The Lady Luck helps you with the Lady in Black here, but yeah, talk about how there's a couple times too. You mentioned that contact with Bracy in half number 1 and how you guys were able to wheel it and not make it any worse than what it was. But also right at the end of the race when you're battling DJ Weeks there for 3rd spot, man, oh man, it was pretty hairy there for a moment.
Yeah, I was on the last one with DJ there, I was all over the place. I mean, I had just got the fresh tires that way, and I was just trying to push it so hard, and DJ ran me really clean, and then I feel bad. We were side by side there, and in 1 and 2, you know, coming to turn off the exit of 2, you got to try and get, you know, yourself in room, and you can't really go too wide, and we were battling there, and I slid up a little bit to kind of get the angle to chop down off 2, and I think I tapped him a little bit and put him in the wall there. So it's a product kind of that racing, but definitely didn't mean to use him up at that point, especially after he had kind of raced me clean, you know, when I was all over the place there.
Yeah, and able to hang on to it. We were both we're all in shock. You able to hang on to the race car, but all in all, though, I mean, for how the car drove tonight, did you at least have a little bit of fun out there?
Yeah, I mean, Darlington's always fun. Especially with this car, it's very, very rewarding with if you're patient with the throttle. You know, I don't know how much you guys caught what I was doing in 3 and 4, but I never ran the bottom in 3 and 4 in any car here at this track. I always run that seam in the middle, let it wrap around. I was basically consistently on the bottom in this car because you could, if you backed up the corner enough, it would roll right around and you would lose no time on exit, but you would gain, you know, a tenth or two kind of center to the, you know, apex to exit there. So it's very rewarding because if you're able to be patient enough with it, it's not always going to be the fastest right away, but it's going to come in eventually. So the Darlington's so much fun. I wish we could have 18 races here. I wish we had a full season at this track. It's just, it always tends to bring out good racing, fuel strategy. I really, really, really wanted that second race to go green. We had fuel saved enough where we weren't going to have to pit again, and I think there was only 1 or 2 people ahead of us that could have actually made it without having to actually make a second stop. So I wanted to see how that was going to play out, but overall it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it looked like you're having a lot of fun out there, slipping and sliding and wrapping the car around smooth. I think you did it all. You were you controlled and not controlled at the same time. I don't know, control the controllables. Is that what Lutz always tells you?
I don't know. He says a lot of things. I don't listen to him.
That's probably fair. But next week, though, we head to Michigan. What do you think about this car combination at that track?
I think I hate it. No, when we did the preseason little testing thing there, I was god awful. So I think the car will give some good racing. I think you'll be able to see multiple grooves there, 3 wide probably. But as far as my driving style, it is not something that I'm looking forward to. It doesn't really suit me very well. So we'll see how it goes. But I think overall the race should be pretty solid. And if people figure it out, we'll have some fun racing.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. Could see some 3 wide, a lot of fun action. But before we send you off, let you wind down from tonight. Any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Nate and Traders Brewing Company for coming on board this year. He really wanted to win in this race and Throwback, and couldn't really bring that, but got a solid top 3. Got an interview at least. Ryan Lutz Designs for the paint. He kills it as always for me. Batflip Podcast, baseball podcast you can find on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, weekly podcast. So we're getting ready in the stretch run. We have some good episodes coming up. So if you're into baseball, definitely go check that out. It's Batflip Podcast on every single platform. You guys for doing this broadcast, Vic for giving us a league to race in, and all the South Shore guys. I know Cooper and I had a little incident there, but we always have a lot of fun. And then last but not least, Luke on the box. He was back this week. He's back from Ireland, and we had some good strategy there, and I wish it would have worked out, but he did a great job as always, keeping me calm.
Good to hear. And actually, before I let you go here, Matthew, do you have anything for Damien?
Thank you. I picked you in the second half. Thank you.
Oh,
God. I was screaming at you for your pit strategy to stay out so late, but didn't realize how close fuel was going to be. So when you watch the broadcast, if you do, forgive me. Thank you.
I will. Where's Peeler to atone for his sins of last week?
Fantasy football draft. For some reason, it's taking those guys like 4 hours.
He got so scared of what happened last week, he couldn't even be man enough to show up and face the wrath this week.
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
That's what it is.
Yep.
The scaredy cat whenever he watches this back. Catch me outside. How about that?
Oh boy.
Yeah, catch me outside.
It's
Yeah.
Throwback week actually, so
Yeah, so
Exactly.
yeah, it
See,
fits, yeah.
it fits perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
swag,
Yeah.
YOLO.
Oh, boy.
This has gone off the rails.
Yeah. Well, we'll let you go then. We'll end it with that on an entertaining level. But good run and best of luck to you next week at Michigan.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yep, you bet. Let's see, up next we will have Nick Indelicato and Matthew. We'll have you take it away.
Yeah, we have our second place finisher here, Nick Indelicato in the number 1 car, finishing 10th and 2nd tonight. You had to battle pretty much all night long, especially in that first half. Before we talk about second half here, let's go back to the first half where it all started with all the junk that happened with Ryan Lutz.
Yeah, that was something. I feel like it's a preconceived thing at this point when you're around the 36 car and any races you do on iRacing that something's going to happen. So, it is what it is. It ended the way I wanted it to end, and my guy flopped harder than LeBron James. So, it is what it is. I mean, he gets to race in real life, so at least I get to put it to him on here, so that's fun. Other than that, I mean, hell of a way to battle back for 10th in the first race, and then get a top 2 in the second race, and just overall just good points.
And I just want to ask again about the fuel situation. I know I popped down there and asked you. You said you were a lap to the good. Was that like a real lap to the good? Like, were you good to go all the way? Because we had guys who pitted on the same lap as you, and even guys who pitted later come down pit road at the end.
Yeah, no, I was a lap and a half to the good, maybe with like 10 to go, and I was still babying it just because, if Rich had to pit, then it wouldn't have mattered anyway because he was only 10 seconds up the road, so I would have passed him. And then I was just trying to keep Weeks behind me, so I was definitely a lap and a half solidly to the good, and was kind of just maintaining pace.
And is there anything else you really had for Cameron Rich at the end there, or just did what you could?
No, honestly, I mean, I've done it before. I wasn't gonna throw my race away trying to get to him, and even at this track, it's so hard to pass. So I would have had to make a desperate move. So, honestly, I gave it a little bit of a shot, what I could, obviously, but just wasn't gonna try anything crazy, and really just settled for second. So I'm happy to get second, and the wins are gonna come. I gotta qualify better, and once that happens, we'll be up there.
It's a bit of a slower start to the season for, I think you're like 6th or 7th in points, but still within swinging range there. This will definitely help you move up a little bit for sure, the 10th and the 2nd place, but I know you're looking for more. Do you think Michigan next week could be a place where you could turn it up even more?
Oh, definitely. In these cars, I remember Michigan was a solid track for me, so definitely excited about that. I mean, the slow start to the season definitely had shots at wins, especially Indianapolis. I felt so fast there, and definitely felt like I could have swept if I wasn't caught up in a lot of stuff. So, is what it is. Just trying to get back these points. Honestly, the regular season, if I can just get through it and make the playoffs, that's the big part. And once the playoffs start, that's where it really starts. So, just looking forward to that.
Anybody else have anything here for Nick?
Yeah, Nick. Again, with that's your quote unquote slow start here. You're not picking up the wins that we've seen in years past, but again, still getting these kind of sneaky runs. I mean, that first half looked like it wasn't going to play out for you. Still salvaged that top 10. Does your confidence level still stay at the high? Knowing what you can do in any other race car here, but does that still give you confidence that you're getting these results, and maybe not the same way that you have in the past, that you can get in victory lane here at some point?
Oh, for sure. Like when I have to battle back and come through the field and still finish like 3rd at Montreal and 2nd here, it is what it is. The wins are going to happen. I wouldn't be racing if I know I couldn't win. Every week I definitely have a shot no matter who's here. So I'm just super excited that, I actually got to finish today after how the first race went and gained some good points. And like I said, once the chase starts, that's when it really, really matters in my eyes. So I just got to get there and just keep racking up points and the wins.
If you wait to win until the playoffs, I'm calling you LeBron James then.
Hey, listen, man, I've never seen a flop harder than that, man. I don't know if you can call me LeBron after that one.
I can't. I won't argue with you there.
If that's all we've got for questions there, did you want to have any other thanks or shout outs to give?
Yeah, man, this paint scheme was pretty wicked this week. So shout out to Seth Rawls for making these paint schemes for Shift Esports, and overall an awesome team day. The first race, it sucks for Gavin. He's had a rough stretch, but he's super fast. And the second race really came together, and I think we had all 4 of us in the top 7, so that was awesome to see. Along with that, our new sponsor, Talkin' Giants. The season's coming up. They're a podcast about the New York Giants, so go check them out. YouTube, Twitter. I don't know if they're on Instagram, maybe Instagram, but they're part of John Boy Media, which is, a great company. And honestly, I couldn't thank them enough for hopping on board this year and really being supportive. So shout out to them.
Well, thanks for being part of the show tonight for our entertainment and for your own fun. Congrats again on the 10th and 2nd place finishes. We'll see you back here next week and hope to have you up in the booth again for Michigan.
Yeah, sure. Have a good one, guys.
There we go. That was, yep.
Oh, sorry. You finish? My apologies.
Say that was Nick and Delicato.
that was Nick. I was gonna say LeBron James Part 2, but maybe we'll see. He might win next week and prove me wrong on that. So we'll go with that. But anyway, we'll bring up Cameron Rich, winner of half number 2, and Cam. Man, the one question I got for you to lead things off. We were in a world of what could have been. What could have been if half number 1 would have stayed green? Would you have been pushing the broom here tonight?
I don't know, man. Braxton was really good. I wasn't going to push the issue too much and put him in a bad situation in half number 1. He did a good job, so good job on him.
Yeah,
but
and
very close.
Yeah,
I got his bumper.
Yeah, it was a fun battle to watch, and we were licking our chops hoping that would go green. But half number 2, yeah, it looked like it was pretty much smoother sailing. Didn't have to work your way up through the field as you did in half number. Was it half number 1? Which half did you have to go in the back of the pack? Now I can't remember. That was half.
That
number
would be 1. Yeah, I got a speeding penalty.
Yeah, that had to be. How difficult was that working through the traffic there?
I mean, you know what you get with Darlington, so what I was doing, I wasn't pushing the issue too much. I kind of just I figured I was going to end up where I ended up. So if you run this place long enough and all, after about 10-15 laps, you can start spreading out and making up your moves. So I think after that, it was pretty good. I think if that went green to the end, didn't get the late caution, we were probably going to finish second behind Braxton anyway, because he had a bit of a gap on us. But yeah, it was fun making our way through the field. I think I don't know, started like 25th, 26th or something, and ended up P2. So pretty good run there.
So were you and now switching us to half number 2, with that late caution, the only caution of half number 2. Were you pretty solid to make it the rest of the way on fuel? Because I know that like Nick and Delicato, like he was in save mode for much of it.
Yeah, that's the one question everybody's been asking me. I actually was pretty good. I was gonna make it pretty well. I was probably gonna run out in turn 1 or 2 after the green or after the checkered, but
oh wow,
had plenty of fuel to make it. So I didn't want to see that caution.
That doesn't sound like plenty.
Well, I was figuring, I was thinking to myself, like, what would Johnny Eckert do? And then I started saving every other lap going into turn 3, just kind of letting the car do its thing there. And managing that gap to Braxton, making sure that he wasn't getting too close, but, about half a second more is pretty good. So just trying to keep that gap where it was and save as much fuel as I can. And we were going to be pretty good at the end.
Well, man, that kind of answers my next question, because I was going to ask you. We seen Braxton kind of closing in. We knew he was pretty quick on the short runs, but it seemed like you could pull away. But yeah, it seemed like it was I think it was almost exactly half a second you put the afterburners on, and really never looked back after that. But with that, Matthew, got anything for anyone else? Got anything for Cameron?
How many wins?
Ooh, whoa.
How many wins are you gonna have by the end of the season?
How many do I have now? 5. Okay, that's how many I'm gonna have heading this season. Last win.
Oh, is this it?
Yep.
You're washed up.
Yep.
Wash. We forgot how to drive.
Yeah, washed up.
I knew it. I knew it.
Answer number 1 is watermelon, and number 2 is 42.
I like it. I like it.
I think I'm
Good
gonna
answer.
send you a box with a rock in it.
Yep.
It's gonna say. What does the rock say? Yeah. That's what
Maybe one of those old like 70s pet rocks would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'll put googly eyes on. Yeah.
Yeah, googly eyes. Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
I have a question for the commentators tonight. What was y'all's favorite throwback?
Oh boy! Oh. I got
Man.
the look.
You know, I will say yours does look really good. I like the old Bobby Allison throwback, but a little bias, and I'd say right now T2 I'm juggling, or T1 I'm juggling 2 of these schemes, and Gilberto's I loved, but that also has my mama's sponsor on there, and Zach Evans, that was a fun one. That was pretty cool.
I was telling this in my team chat during the race, but I would buy a diecast of that 6 car. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was
so fair play to him, Zach. Like, please bring something like that back. I would love to see it.
Yeah, he brings it. I think every time we have a throwback race, he has something creative, something different, and something fun, and that was definitely fun. And I know there's guys out there that do make like iRacing throwbacks. That might be something we have to look into. Maybe raise money for the sales of them or something to me find that. That's an idea there. But with that, really? Oh, the one from Bristol, I think it was. Yeah. Yeah. I think I remember that too. I think even like Dale Earnhardt Sr. in 1997's Daytona 500 flip. I think you can buy that diecast. I don't know. Yeah. But with that, Cameron, next week we head to Michigan. We know you're washed up, but what are you expecting next week at Michigan?
Oh man. Well, there was a pink car out tonight that caused some trouble, so maybe he'll be back and cause more trouble, or maybe not. I mean, I'd love to see him come back and actually do what we know he can do and run fast and run up front and not be, languishing. But yeah, it'll be cool. Michigan's fun. Just be it's kind of like Darlington in the sense you got to just keep the tires on it and the car will come to you. So it'll be a fun time. I mean, most of these tracks are like 1.5 miles and up, so there definitely is room to race on them. We just got to not run into each other like we did in the first half.
Yeah, hopefully, it was really clean second half. Really proud of the guys out there, and only one caution in half number 2, and it was with old worn out tires. I think that's fair game. But with that being said as well, any shout-outs you want to give?
First and foremost, you guys are broadcasting each and every week.
Oh, you messed up. Not your wife.
He gets I'll give her the last but not least. So
there you go.
Let's go Eisen Designs. Let's go Drew. Let's go Awesome Team Owner. Let's go Awesome Teammates. Carlos, Darren, and Dallas. Appreciate y'all. And of course, last but not least, my beautiful wife. I love you very much. Hey, them too. Yeah, why not?
Oh, they're
My
like
cousins.
that was an afterthought. Oh, sabotage.
And my wife again. There we go. How about that?
Oh, there you go. Damn, nice save. But anyway, nice run tonight, first and second, kind of doing what you normally do, and we'll probably be talking again next week at Michigan.
Guys, you have a good night.
Yep, you too. Cameron Rich, winner of half number 2, and man, Darlington's in the books. We've seen some old style, old school racing, Matthew, at Darlington here. I can't wait to see these cars kind of unwind a little bit and see what kind of speed we have next week at Michigan.
Man, today was a ton of fun for being a 1.3 etc. mile track, a bigger track, but just to see them race so close together. We saw them get inches from disaster, door to door, making contact. We saw it truly become disasters. There was fuel strategy, drama, battles. This had everything, and I think it was everything you could possibly want from a race at Darlington. And next week at Michigan, we get to turn it up to a completely different level of speed and a totally different style of racing. And it's just one of the many gifts that this kind of car brings.
Yeah, and I can't wait. I'm sure Carlos and Vic can't as well. But until next time, for Carlos, Matthew, Vic, and myself, thank you all for tuning in to tonight's race. And tune in next week, same time, same place, right here on 3 Wide Racing Television. Until then, good night now.